This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons, like Scry de la Rosa, Magecat Comet, Stray Cypher, Hans Grenade, Anna Ginteres, Bob Cece, Faris Gentoru, Cletus Oreo, Lukile Natrell, Sapa Chakwatol, Courtney, Meili Algren, Circa Barrakiel, Elam, Casey Schaefer, Lily Black, Chaitan, Chesha Soltiri, Ariel, Erisu Yamakawa, Ciciraful Alirafu, Daimos, Nina Grimsdaughter, Asuta Starbreeze, Quicklevin, Gamelore Geek, Sayori Snowfall, Ignal the Dragon, Freya Tsubaki, Kieran Robinson, Miscellaneous Cargo, Duke Jarlsberg, Stella Bell, Yarnthora Aurora, Boogie Bear, Remy Asalia, and Ceres. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/speakersxiv. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Eorzeans. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 144. I'm Lukile Bravestone, and I'm joined today by Rollo Des, Georgi Wiston, and Myla Vanadar. Welcome to episode 144. It is the days... after
it is the days
after the live letter 51, which I mean, I don't know about you, it was probably one of the best live letters in a long time.
It was.
I think we can agree that
definitely better than the last one.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah. We'll of course talk about that. That is our main story today. We'll also talk about the Korean live letter Q&A. We'll start with that, and then we'll take a look. If we have oh.
What?
Sorry, you guys can't hear that, but hold on.
Right.
Let me
Okay.
let me just sorry. There we go. Right, let's go into sorry, did I just say everything? Yes, there's no post show today because this is an XL episode, because we'll all be focusing on the recapping the live letter. So let's just jump into recent events. Right, so we start with the Korean live letter. This took place on May 18th. Unfortunately, the day after we had done our podcast episode on the Friday, because we were watching Eurovision. There was a short Q&A during this live letter. Of course, the live letter itself doesn't make any sense for us to cover because it's pretty much about stuff that we've already got. Yeah. But the Q&A did have some interesting questions and answers, and this is coming to us courtesy of the Shadow Link on the 14 subreddit. Translated. Let's just jump into it. Question 1. Please update the hunt. By the way, we've covered the Korean live letter before, and I feel like this question has been asked before. Something about the hunting log has been brought up before during the Korean live letter. I'm just
really interesting.
Maybe they really like it.
They really like the hunting log. Please update the hunting logs. I don't think it's very relevant when it stopped at level 50.
That's not true, though.
It is true, but
it wouldn't take much effort to add in 20 new things to kill. And it's just an XP boost.
The way they make it does sound difficult.
Yeah.
But you already have like weekly and daily hunts. It's basically the same thing. It gives you XP, except every day you can do it.
Yeah,
that's true.
And it's not tied to a class.
Yeah. The answer was currently there are fates And the hunt. So I believe the hunting log's duty has finished at level 50, making a save data system which records the very specific progress of the hunting log per job requires a lot of development costs. And if there is an update to be made on the hunting log, it will be similar, but will be a very different kind of content. I don't really care about the hunting log. It's nice to get your class to help you get to 50, I guess. But there's a lot of other ways to level your class. Sorry, your jobs.
Jobs aren't going to start at 50 anymore, anyway.
That too.
No, so it's not really relevant. It's only annoying for Machinist, Astrologian, and Dark Knight.
Yeah,
Or if you're leveling other jobs.
Well, Dark Knight and Machinist. Oh yeah, they start at level 30, don't they? Yeah.
30.
Oh yeah.
They don't have hunting logs.
Well, the logs were class specific, weren't they?
They were.
Yeah, they were. There was also a Grand Company one. Which I don't understand why they don't add to.
That one was quite good because that had dungeon mobs as well.
Yeah.
And seals, it's nice to get a boosted
seals. It was a nice way to get seals, yeah.
I mean,
and it was required for you to rank up within the Grand Company as well.
Yeah, they could have added that, yeah.
Now it's all based around the squadron.
Yeah. Yeah. Please increase the capacity of the glamour dressers. Classic question. Or this isn't even a question. This is just a demand.
It's not even...
And please increase the number of glamour plates available as well. The answer is the item number that can be stored in the glamour dresser will be increased from the current 200 to 400 in the next expansion, which we already knew, and the number of glamour plates will increase accordingly to this. Accordingly, so a doubling.
That sounds like
I assume so.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still not specific enough for me to be like 100%.
Yeah.
Would 20 be enough for you guys?
20 is enough.
Yeah.
For now.
Probably.
For now, 20 is enough, yeah.
I still like more, but 20 is definitely better than 10.
Yeah.
I would like 10, but per class.
God, you want a lot of glamour. How?
Well,
okay.
I just think that
You play like 2 jobs.
Yeah.
No, but if you are the sort of person who has all crafters and jobs up and you want a glamour per thing, some people tie their macros to them.
That's I mean...
Like, because the crafting gear is only, there's one set for all of them.
One plate for each class, like Ignal is saying in chat, sounds more reasonable than like 17.
Yeah,
how many classes are there now?
reasonable.
18? 19?
Let's get
17?
Plus
like
the duty of hands and
18
lands.
combat ones.
Yeah.
And then,
and then the
still not
crafters
enough.
and
Yeah,
gatherers.
so it's still...
It's around like 30, 32 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. The glamour system will continue to upgrade as time goes by. Right. I'm just gonna guess that they're with that answer, doubling the plates to 20 sounds like likely.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
They still aren't giving us a number, so I don't know. Can you increase the number of maximum poetics that can be held? There are lots of uses for it, from gear to relic weapons, and now 2,000 seems to be too little of amount for it. It should be at least twice. That's what it is now.
I know what they mean.
I guess.
I think if they just reduced the costs of the things you buy with them, that would be a better way than increasing the amount you can have.
Yeah, but also, aren't they supposed to be... I mean, you get some valuable stuff for it. Why would you hold more than 2? Just use 2,000 and then farm some more.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like a weekly restriction. It's just you can't carry more than 2,000. Yeah. This sounds like a bot owner asking for this.
Yeah.
That's what makes it feel arbitrary, because it's like there's no weekly cap for it. So it's like, couldn't you hold more?
I guess.
I understand why they're asking. I don't care too much myself, but I get it.
Elegant Tomestones is one of the most important items in the game that are used in various matters. I believe their uses will keep on increasing in the future. However, if we increase the number that can be held, because there are a lot of use for it, the game's meta will change to that of storing it in advance, because there will be a lot of use for it, and the developer will have to increase the amount of poetic tomestones required for an item. Therefore, 2,000 is set as a method of preventing hoarding, from hoarding it more than is required. I'm sorry. There you go.
I can sort of understand that.
Due to inflation.
But yeah, it's essentially inflation.
Mhm.
But it would be nice to be able to hold more, so you can buy more old things while they do increase the price of new things, and then balance the game around that.
Yeah. Well, why not just lower the
problem is
prices
that
of the
they
old
can't-
items, though?
What?
They could just lower the prices of the old items instead.
That's also true.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, what is there exactly that would break anything if you could get old?
Well, it's like mats and stuff.
there are materials, yeah.
I know there's materials, but they're not particularly valuable.
Well, they're going to be less valuable if you can store 4,000 a go.
I think the materials, I don't necessarily think they need to decrease the price of as much. It's more gear that as it becomes less and less relevant.
Because if you want something for glamour and you're still having to pay like 1,900 for a chess piece or something, it's a lot to drop, and then you're gonna have to farm them back up again.
Yeah, I guess. Well, anyway, moving on. Can we have the mannequins have a pose where it takes out the weapon? I used the mannequin as a method of displaying the relic weapon, and people won't notice that it's an Animal Lux weapon because it doesn't have the effect. That's a good point, actually, though.
Yeah.
The answer was, thank you for the feedback. All right, I believe that we will be able to be done. That will be able to be done, so we'll pass it on to the development team so that we, when we finish implementing all the races for the mannequins, it can be worked on immediately following that. So there you go. That's
Sometimes
coming.
It's interesting to see what hasn't been thought of, though. Like, oh, that's a good idea. Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
It just makes me wonder, when will they get to the other races? Will we get all of them in 5.0?
I still find
I
it
hope they
strange
just
that
drop
we.
them all.
Yeah, at this point, just give them.
We still don't have yours, do we?
That is the weirdest thing. It is the most, one would think, the most vanilla character you can put in, and yet we don't. They went for Mikote.
Yeah.
Is it popular?
Yeah,
Canonically, Eorzeans made their mannequins as cat people first, and we have to live with that.
clearly, yeah.
Are you trying to say that Eorzeans made Dutch wives of cat people?
Maybe.
Anyways, please make a bait box, I guess tackle box for fixers. For fishers. I think my inventory will smell of fish because of all these baits. We have increased the number of stackable items from 99 to 999 through previous patches, and a whole new inventory slot has increased. Has increased through the introduction of Chocobo Saddlebag. In my case, I organize items like materials in my saddlebag separately, so there are especially a lot of requests to make a bait-only bag or a fishing net item repeatedly. So I think, for example, using the saddlebag as a bait box will be a viable method. No! Because
what it is. It's about the number of different items, not the amount you can have.
You can't access the bait in your Chocobo saddlebag through the bait.
You have to drag it out into
your inventory. You have to pull it into your inventory, yeah.
He doesn't understand.
And all my baits take up like half my saddlebag.
Yeah.
Just at least make the bait action check the saddlebag. That sounds like more work.
Yeah.
Just give us
a bait box.
Yeah.
Just it can't be that hard. Make it so you can only put in bait, and then it's not going to be used for anything else, and then there's no issue, right?
Yeah.
I don't see
we say that,
but
spaghetti code. Yeah, they keep. I mean, I understand it though. That's like one of the reasons why I can't be bothered to do anything on Fisher. I still don't have the Titanic sawfish. I gave up on every single quest for Fisher because I realized I already struggle with inventory management. I don't need this shit on top of it. I did, Rollo. Yeah, so imagine how much bait I would have had. I would have had every kind of bait in my inventory, and
just carry the ones you need.
Yeah, but you'll be like, I might need this one. Yeah, exactly. Many fish eat the same bait, Rollo.
And good fish is always prepared.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bring exactly the number you need every
It's still annoying.
Yeah.
And then go back and gather or buy some more when you need it.
Yeah.
I'm joking. That's awful.
Is there a possibility of making a Yoshida trial? Even as a joke?
I like how there's a possibility that's not a joke.
Like an April Fool's event or a special event. That or a humorous event like defeat an extreme primal trial while protecting Yoshida. How do you feel about that? What do you feel about that question?
If anything, it would be a Rising event, but
Yeah, that could happen.
it's not going to be a duty. Well, it'll be a single-player duty at most.
I'm assuming they're talking about the Wandering Minstrel, and not just like.
Yeah.
Well, we have had Yoshi P in the game before with the 13th floor or whatever.
That's true. Because he's the Wandering Minstrel.
He appears himself every Rising event.
Yeah,
Normally
yeah, he
That's
does. That's true. Yeah, we have actually seen him. Yeah.
I mean, hey, they put the CEO of Square Enix in fucking Automata. Like, come on.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
You get to kill him.
I want him to be like a Susanoo-sized one.
Well,
a giant Yoshi P.
Here is Yoshi P's answer. Sorry, by the way, I would ask for a Tana. It would make more sense to battle Tanaka.
Oh god. But he's just destroys like
and wouldn't it be
Spider
great
dozen.
if like he gives you like a debuff that prevents jumping?
Yeah, but permanently.
Well, you're fighting for your right to jump. You're fighting to remove the debuff so you can jump again.
But it's so hard you can't beat him. You can never
You have to do a platform puzzle in front of him.
Yeah. If we make that and the users enjoy that, that would be great. But personally, I don't like when a developer appears in the world within the game.
You've already done that.
He has done it, but I think he said that it's like a bubble. Like it's like this isn't actually happening. This is unique. The world of Hydaelyn in 14 is another reality far away from our reality, and the view of the world and history has been thoroughly built up from the ground. If a real person intervenes in this world, I myself will be waking up from this dream as well. The Wandering Minstrel was included in the game because of a strong request from the development staff, and I was really disinclined to accept that. He says. It would be possible if we make... Sorry, it says laughter. It would be possible if we make it as a light joke for April Fools, but using the development cost for modeling myself is kind of bitter smile.
Give us a bitter smile.
Yeah.
It was a very bitter smile, audio people. That was a bitter smile.
Goodness me.
If you
like a lemon in his mouth.
If you progress the quest in the Churning Mists, where the zenith is, you can learn that Tharl Kaj is the deathbed of Ratatoskr, as well as where her palace was. But Sorkai, which you unlock via MSQ, also states that it's the palace of Ratatoskr. Is this a conflict in the lore, or does Ratatoskr have two palaces? Oofta. Surkai and Tharlum Kasht are both related to Ratatoskr, but their purposes are different. Surkai is the palace where Ratatoskr lives and to fall asleep during her resting period, and Tharlum Kasht is the place where she would speak to humans when she's awake. So her audience palace.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Her public palace.
Yeah. That makes sense, though. It's like Buckingham Palace for the Queen.
Yeah.
And then wherever she is, when she's not doing
all her other palaces.
All her other palaces.
Yeah, the ones that we don't get to see.
This one is foreshadowing for what we're about to talk about later. This says make charging for paladins. I'm assuming a gap closer is what they're talking about. Yoshi P says, yes, we know this very well. Makes a meaningful smile.
Oh, give us a meaningful one.
What is a meaningful smile?
I don't know.
Now that's meaningful.
Meaningful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do the purse lips thing, you know? Great smile. That was a great smile.
Yeah.
Audio listeners, that was meaningful.
Yeah, audio listeners, very meaningful smile. Do you have any words for Korean users waiting for 4.5? Oh, they're waiting for 4.5.
Oh no.
Yeah, sorry guys.
They're not behind, though.
They're not that far behind anymore. They used to be much further.
They used to be, yeah.
Like in Aram Rabom.
I mean, they are gonna hit the fucking wall though when they finally catch up, because they've been getting patches like candy. Like it's been handed out because it's been ready to go.
Yeah.
The game must be really exciting for them.
Oh hell yeah!
It must be super stressful.
I mean, it's not like it isn't exciting for us,
the
but
next
it must
patch
be.
is coming out next month, so you gotta get on it. Come on, guys.
oh yeah, it's not translated, but it was just interesting to know where they are. They are about to catch up.
I didn't know Korea was getting a fan festival.
They are getting a fan festival.
Mm-hmm. But we can't watch it.
No,
probably.
I'd love to hear.
I mean,
about,
it wouldn't
like,
make sense for us to watch it because the announcements would probably be outdated for us still.
Yeah.
But surely they know about. They're not like in a bubble.
Well,
that's the thing, is that like they can. I mean, even if you don't know English, you could just see the trailer and be like, "Oh,
yeah,
that's the thing is happening."
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, that's weird.
I wouldn't like not being able to play something, but seeing loads of other people playing the latest stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Right. Let's see. Mughal treasure trove.
Ooh,
We finally have the answer for what the itinerant Mughals in the city-states are for. They are part of a new event called the Mughal Treasure Trove, the Hunt for Philosophy.
Put this in German.
You want this in German?
Huh?
Yeah, put in German.
Deutsch.
Yeah, come on.
Why?
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
Collection.
Collection.
Philosophische Momente. Let's not.
No, put it in American English at the least. Come
No,
on.
don't use American English.
No.
Ah,
I'm using Norwegian
better.
English. Thank you very much. As you can see here. So
Swedish English as well.
yeah, Swedish
What?
English, Danish, and Finnish English.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Nordic
And
countries
Australian.
and
So we're all here. Everyone is here.
Yeah,
Except for
it's a
Roland.
Eurovision bracket.
Yeah. I think I'm more interested in American English. Is
I
that
want with those two flags. That's some.
Hong
I think
Kong?
the one next to it is Singapore, I think.
What the hell?
Okay.
I don't know what the middle
audio
one is.
listeners have no idea. We're looking at
We're looking at flags.
language selection thing here, but whatever.
Yes.
Sorry, we just had to.
Yeah.
Mughal treasure trove.
Mughal treasure trove. The Hunt for Philosophy. We talked about it on the previous episode. It's basically like a catch-up Mughal vendor. But the prices are a bit interesting. The Mughal Treasure Trove is a special event with no set schedule. There are many rewards, including brand new items and other items you may have been after. Complete the objectives and collect the rewards. So you challenge the objectives, collect irregular tombstones, and then exchange them at the itinerant Mughals.
How excited he is about them.
Yeah. Oh my god, he got 2.
I'm the warrior. Right.
Yeah.
2.
The event starts on May 30th, Thursday, 8 p.m. GMT, 9 p.m. BST. Why are they even putting GMT in this? Because no one's using this time. This isn't observed right now.
It's in the middle of the ocean right now.
Yeah.
That's fine. Somewhere in Africa, maybe.
Does anyone? I thought this was observed. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm sure the people in the middle of the ocean appreciate this.
Yeah. The mermaids.
Yeah. Until the launch of patch 5.0. So it'll last until Shadowbringers comes out.
Yeah.
Please note
then the spooky note underneath.
The event may be suspended without warning. The event will conclude.
Get on it, guys.
And the event will conclude when maintenance for patch 5.0 begins.
I think the suspension notice is about similar to the Final Fantasy 15 event when it was broken, so they can just take it down when they want and then put it back up again.
Yeah. So here's a little bit of lore. In recent years, demand from collectors and historians has led to a surge of adventurers seeking tombstones, those mysterious relics of the Allegan Empire made to record and keep its secrets. Some small number of the artifacts, unique for the peculiar sort of knowledge contained within, have piqued the interest of the eccentric, in particular itinerant Mughals, who come bearing rare goods of their own to exchange for these irregular tombstones.
Yeah. Mughals.
Duties associated with this event will feature a Mughal icon in the duty finder. Irregular tombstones of philosophy will be awarded upon completion of specific duties. So there's like a little Mughal icon now next to
cute.
it's very cute.
It is cute.
Next to the duties, where you can get the tombstones. Irregular tomestones of philosophy will not be awarded under the following conditions: using the undersized party option and joining a party in progress. I don't know why joining a party in progress is a thing that you can't do.
That one's a bit stranger.
Yeah. They're like, you have to suffer through the whole experience, like you start to finish, full level sync. And here are some. Okay, so here's the thing that a lot of people don't like. So far, the event has sounded pretty nice. But then you learn how much you get for the duties and what duties you have to undertake to get them. The objectives that awarded 3 irregular tomestones of philosophy, which is the maximum you'll ever be able to get out of one duty. Castrum Meridianum and the Praetorium. So MSQ dungeons. Objectives that award...
What are they, like 2 or 3 hour experiences?
Yeah. Objectives that award 2 irregular tomestones of philosophy. The Labyrinth of the Ancients, Circus Tower, and the World of Darkness. Now, I understand
That's interesting.
The top one is to incentivize people to do the MSQ dungeons, because I guess still people don't do them. Might have something to do with the cutscene enforcement that they've got going there. And the 2-1 is because of Crystal Tower, to make people do Crystal Tower before.
I feel like they've accidentally made Shadowbringers require Crystal Tower, and they can't figure out a way to stop that. So they're just really forcing
I don't think they
people.
accidentally made it. I think they accidentally made Crystal Tower optional in the first place.
Yeah. And then objectives that award 1 irregular tomestone of philosophy, the smallest amount. The Tamtara Deepcroft,
shadowy dungeons,
Copperbell Mines, the favorite, the Thousand Moss of Totorak, the Sunken Temple of Karn, and the Stone. Everyone's favorite dungeons, basically.
I'm
the
going to
Stone
tell you right
Vigil.
now, if I just want Karn on repeat, because it's the only one I can stomach out of that list.
I think Copperbell
I agree.
Mines.
Karn is by far the best of these 5.
Maybe
yeah.
I think it's Stone Vigil.
I think the fastest one will be either Copperbell or Tamtara.
Yeah.
Yes,
good luck doing fucking Totorak.
I'm not doing Totorak.
But why these 5?
I don't know. It's so
Because
random.
they're
Why not?
shadow related. Tamtara's got Void Scent. Copperbell Mines is in a mine. Thousand Moors of Totorak has Asians. Karn has the Adjudicator. And Stone Vigil.
Shadowy?
It's just spooky, scary, shadowy. He is void. Yeah, he is.
He's not a void scent.
No,
of course he is.
There's. What's the magic that brings him alive? There's some purple. Isn't there some purple shit?
Purple magic. Yeah, it's got purple in it.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking about his tether. Wait, does he have a tether?
He spawns those.
Something has a tether in that fight. I haven't done Karn. I haven't paid attention to Karn in like 5 years. The Stone Vigil. What is void's? I'm curious. Actually, that has.
That actually does have void as well. Yeah. So actually, they kind of mostly are. Asian dungeons.
Not Copperbell.
That's got evil springs.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Item exchange. So you exchange regular tomestones of philosophy with an itinerant Mughal for various items. They can only be obtained during the event period, and items exchanged will be available until the release of patch 5.1. So while the event ends in 5.0, you can still use your tomestones until patch 5.1.
That's nice.
Okay, so you can find them in Limsa Lominsa by the tree and at the plaza. In New Gridania by where is that?
By the plaza.
It's by the plaza. It's just like by the okay. And then in Uldar Steppes of Nald, well, by the plaza, closer to the Immortal Flames headquarters, though.
Yes.
Okay, so here are the items. I guess the one thing everyone wants is the Namasu earring.
Yeah.
100 tomestones.
Yeah.
Oh, what a grind.
So, okay.
And
we also want the second thing because we don't know what it is.
Oh,
yeah, and if it's got a good loot table, we'll want more than 2 of it.
A seemingly special time-worn map. This bottle is holding what appears to be a particularly valuable leather map. You get 2 for 50. 2 for 50.
Know.
But why?
It could have like good mats in it.
Could.
So it's guaranteed to summon a teleportation portal. So I assume it takes you to the altars.
Oh yeah. Guaranteed to summon
that's
teleportation portal.
Oh, that's nice. I'd like a lot of them then.
Is that really worth it though? For 50?
I don't know if it's worth it.
We will see in time. You can get the Pegasus whistle.
So you don't have to do.
You don't have to do diadem.
So I'll probably get that.
White Lanner
That's
whistle.
my biggest priority.
The
Why these?
and the
Yeah,
Rose
why do the
Lanner whistle.
Mughals have these?
Did they go beat up Bismarck and Gravana?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. At
They're
least
like,
I don't.
we need those tombstones.
At least I don't have to do Bismarck Extreme to get it. I had
That's
the other
true.
one, I think.
Yeah.
The Answers Orchestrion roll. I think a lot of people are happy about that because
That's worth a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Where'd you
Yeah.
get that before? I don't remember.
You craft
You have
it.
to get. You craft it from the Orchestrion. The
the 3 other ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
the Orchestrion rolls from the 3 final stages of Coil.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
There's
several million.
Yeah, all of these are 50 tomestones each. You can get basically the Odin gear for 30 tomestones each.
That's not worth it. Just wait for Odin.
So 90
It
tomestones
pops
in
all the
total.
time.
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
These are especially
then there are
not
the
worth it.
riding maps
No,
for
yeah.
middle, lower, eastern, western Lenosha, upper Lenosha, outer Lenosha, actually everywhere. All the
roads.
Realm Reborn
It's just
areas.
all Realm Reborn.
30
Yeah.
tomestones for that.
No.
Uh,
This upsets me.
this upsets me a little too.
Why?
These
This
are
doesn't
the...
upset me because this is not worth at all.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, but
why this is the only okay, so I'm going to tell it for the audio listeners. Basically the mounts you get from the Realm Reborn beast tribe. So the Drakehorn is the Amalja beast tribe. The Laurel Gobu is, of course, the cabbage people. I can never remember. Sylphs. The Elpst from the Sahagin. And the Bomb Palanquin horn from the Kobolds.
There's also the Direwolf whistle, which for some reason is after the
The Direwolf whistle
That's true.
from the Ixali. They are now for sale for 30 tomestones each. I mean, after you do this, though, what's the point of doing the
the
beast
doing the
tribes?
beast tribes, except for the.
Well, you still need to do them for the Allied Base Tribe quests, and you need that for the mask.
Yeah, but come on.
Oh, people are gonna all about that mask.
I mean, I like it, but it's not. The reward is the mounts and the minions.
Yeah. Well, who's Boreas?
Well, you can't get the minions
Boris
from
is
this.
Shiva, I think.
Oh, that's
You won't be
Shiva.
able to buy the minions with just this.
Ithon, I think, is Ramu.
Right.
Might not be, but I think it might
Ithon that's the Ifrit one.
be. Oh, is it Ifrit? Oh, okay.
Why Ifrit and Shiva?
It
don't-
seemed
Fire and Ice. It's the
Fire and Ice.
Song of Fire and Ice.
Song of Ice and Fire, at
Oh.
least. The
No, the black and red one's Nightmare.
MGP Platinum card, which gives you 50,000 MGP.
That's so not worth.
really
30.
That's
I
about
mean-
as much as you get from a fashion report every week.
Yeah, you get the
Yeah.
magic bucket minion for 15.
I like that. I like that. Minion.
That's a good idea.
The
You skipped the Sleipnir bit.
oh yeah, the Sleipnir barding is also there from
Oh, yeah.
Odin.
not worth.
Yeah.
But 30. That's 10 MSQ roulettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do a fashion report and you get more
Yeah.
than that. A baby Brachiosaur. Oh, there's some minions. Pegasus Cult. Wind Up Caliphisteri. Why does that have 2?
Because you have to have completed the raid to. Be
Oh,
able to
they're okay.
Oh, right.
I see.
Yeah, that's what these.
Oh yeah,
notes are for.
there we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. A Smolder Orchestrion. There's some cards again tied to. There's a Brute Justice, Caliphisteri, Alexander Prime, and Yasmat. A Smolder Orchestrion
Inferno
roll.
Horn.
These are very expensive. No, sorry, not very cheap though. They're like seven tomestones each,
Yeah.
7 tomestones.
and a
That's
Demimateria.
2 roulettes.
You get an
What is
Inferno Horn for
Smolder?
4, and a Demimateria of the Inferno for 1.
So you can craft all the free weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird. They just put the Amalja theme
Yeah.
as
Yeah. And the Vanu Vanu theme.
Oh, this is
It seems so
It's
random,
so bizarre.
but maybe it'll make sense
No, I don't know if it will.
No, wait, I am grasping at straws. I don't know. I have no idea.
Most of these aren't worth it. Maybe the Pegasus, if you really don't want to do Diadem.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do Peace Tribes.
It's worth it as well because it's still very expensive.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
The Answers Orchestrion roll.
Oh yeah, that's worth it.
Other than
Maybe
that, just like
not for the time though.
I think the weird part is the time frame for all of this.
Yeah, it's about a month.
Yeah, it's just a month. So even if you did like one of the lower, like you
did we even mention the earring?
Yes, of course we did. The Namasu earring.
Yeah,
That's the grand prize. The
that's
Namasu
like
earring.
the only two unique things.
That's the only one that we actually have to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if you did Alliance Raid Roulette every day, you would only end up with 60 tomestones at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So then also got to do at least
the sprinkle
two daily, 1.5 daily dungeons as well.
Yeah.
Well, you can't even guarantee that.
Well, you have to just queue for those ones, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't even use the leveling roulette for fun.
Thank God I leveled a tank.
So you actually have to put some effort into the grind here. That's what.
Yeah.
If you want the earring, you have to work for it. Well, you have to grind for them, anyways. But
if you want an earring, that's still 20 days of doing both the main scenario roulette and
yeah. Oh yeah, you can do both.
Alliance.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this right now. Don't mind this being on record. I preferred the Yokai Watch grind to the potential of doing Tamtara or MSQ roulette.
Yeah.
Dungeons are long. Dungeons take a long time.
Use MSQ for leveling like everyone else and get some tomes while you're at it. Come on.
I'm capped out, Rollo. There's no point for me to do that.
Well, do it on your alt, Georgi.
Okay.
But don't care as much then.
I know that it is very likely I'll at least get 60 tomestones just by living, because we usually do the roulettes. During streams.
Yeah, and hopefully we have a 50 in the party at all times.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
Like,
we can just enforce that just by wearing lower level gear.
Yeah, we can do that in the party finder too. That we only want people that are level 50.
Yeah.
I would say though, if you guys are worried about, viewers, I should say, not you guys specifically. If you don't want to do this event, don't want to do the grind, you're not missing out on much. I don't blame you.
You're missing out on some fucking sweet fish earrings, though.
Yeah, you're missing out on a unique item.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about the fear of missing out.
Uh-huh.
Not on this one.
I love that it says these are items that can only be obtained from there are items that can only be obtained from this event. It's only one item that you can only obtain from that event. Tech 2?
The other one's not that special.
What's the other one?
The seemingly special Time Worn map.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess that's how they got away with that. Okay, let's talk about the main dish.
Okay, I'm very hungry. You got pasta for me?
You don't even want pasta, Rollo.
I love pasta.
Oh, you love pasta. It's spaghetti.
I hate spaghetti. Spaghetti with meatballs and tomato sauce. I don't like. We've talked about this.
Disgusting.
And
I told you why.
This.
Really quickly. My mom, when she was pregnant, that's all she had for 9 months when I was a kid, and it made me fucking hate spaghetti.
And you remember that somehow?
I was like 6 or 5.
Lukile, he had an umbilical tube plugged into him, feeding him spaghetti for 9 months. Of course he remembered it.
Okay.
I love pasta, though.
Right.
I love pasta.
Cool.
It's not that
let's talk about Live Letter 51. Now, I think we need to get something out of the way. That live letter did not start the way it should have started. We were waiting for... Was it an hour?
55 minutes.
Yeah.
They didn't make it a full hour. They made it 55 minutes.
Yeah, 55 minutes of audio not working, audio not playing correctly. Memes ensued.
It was funny, though.
It was a funny... Well, it was funny.
The memes were funny.
But also a little annoying. Because...
Very annoying.
You would...
I wasn't too upset with it.
I was on a limited time frame.
Well...
Yeah. I'm gonna... They were at a venue they were unfamiliar with the venue. They were probably using equipment they normally wouldn't use.
Very nice venue, by the way.
Very
the
nice.
Pictures that we saw of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Much better than the European media tour.
Yeah.
What happened there?
That looked like just someone's office. They just rented
someone's flat.
Yeah, someone's. Yeah.
They put some chairs.
Yeah. They put some nice lights in there to try to make it look better than it actually was. But after all the issues, there was I'm assuming it was actually a mistake.
I think it was.
They accidentally, I think, showed the login screen for Shadowbringers.
They said they always wanted to start the stream with that.
They said
they
that,
did say that, but then they also...
but then they were like, yeah, we meant to do that. Yeah. And then they never referenced the screen again. Didn't mention anything about it. Didn't talk about it at all and moved on. I don't know. It might be, they might have meant to do it. But
what is there to talk about?
It looks cool though. Well, it's the shot from the trailer where like the light, like the darkness has split the light in Crystal Towers.
Well, we're looking at it now.
Screenshot.
Yeah, that was really, look at it now.
Yeah, look
Crystal
at that.
Tower isn't there though.
It's not what I expected.
Yeah, it's not like a sign.
I'm glad it wasn't what we expected.
Yeah.
This was animated, right?
Oh, this was animated. This is just a picture. Yeah. We're seeing, it's basically the light being split open, and you see this dark night sky in the background. Yeah. The Shadowbringers logo, and some trees at the bottom.
Yeah, the tree
like a forest.
That must be Lakeland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was nice to see. Also, version number.
Guys, get on it.
Yeah.
Someone get on it.
Yeah, expansion 3, 2019, 0509. So May 9th was the build that we're running. There you go. Right. So, they told us that between the EU and NA media tours, they had to do 37 interviews. And there was this weird moment where Yoshi P was like, I've had so many interviews. So there's like each interview is like 90 minutes. I've had so much steak. I'm too old. I can't have this much steak.
The steak sweats were so real.
Yeah, he was struggling.
And they just broke down.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for him. He's not that old.
He's 46.
It's going to happen to you too, Georgie.
45?
You won't be able to eat
It's going to happen to me. I'm going to have too much steak and I'm going to have too many interviews. And I'm 46.
All you come to America, we'll have lots of steak, get the steak shits.
Yeah.
No, it's too much, Roller.
So, basically, that's they then gave us a recap of everything that we already knew, so we're not going to go through that today because we'll be here all. I mean, this whole live letter took like we streamed for
4 hours.
We streamed for 5 because of the technical difficulties, but no, almost 6 because we had the wait. We started like an hour before. That was smart. We didn't expect the 1 hour technical difficulties.
I don't think they expected the 1 hour technical difficulties.
No. This is like a 4-hour live letter, so we're gonna have to cut all of this down into we have 2 hours left, so let's see if we can make that. Right, they started by talking about fates, which is a weird thing to start with.
It didn't disappoint.
It didn't.
It's a very good idea.
Yeah. I was crossing my fingers for leaves. Spoiler, they didn't bring up leaves.
Are you the only person crossing your fingers for leaves?
I am still dreaming.
The only one.
For a new leaf system, but
they'll put in a new Eureka just for you.
I would
that would actually be a good idea too.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you still might get crafting leaves.
That's true.
No, but I want leveling via leaves for battle. I'm with you on that. They gave good XP
via leaves.
But with good XP.
Do the challenge log
not
for
happening.
the week. That's enough.
Yeah. I don't love leaves so much. I think it's just an underused system that they threw away in A Realm Reborn.
Oh, do you think about that about Guildhest too? Huh?
I don't. Because Guildhest was just Behest
tutorial
that they retooled.
Guildhests for some current mechanics would be pretty useful to me.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
There are some mechanics that people still don't understand, and just having a tutorial to teach people, like, they'd probably still not do them, but it's still nice that they'd be there.
Yeah. The thing about
there's so many like stack markers or like indicators that they don't necessarily explain, and having a safer environment to learn them would be quite beneficial. Wouldn't you say
Hall of the Novice would have been a better place for that now, though?
Yeah, expanding that would be good as well.
Yeah,
like a expert level Hall of the Novice.
Yeah.
Got to teach people about the Doritos, man. People don't know what that means still.
Yeah.
I forget half the time. I'm like, oh yeah, what does Doritos do again?
Yeah. In my last ever defense, this is it. This is the last ever defense of leaves. So come closer, everyone. Okay. This is it. Is that you can use leaves in like an open world dungeon, and now you have a system where you can customize the dungeon. Like by adding a new leave, a different boss will spawn or different mechanics will trigger. Huh? That's what they wanted leaves to be in 1.0. Okay.
Okay. I mean, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Okay. So
why
about
don't you
the fates.
work on the game?
I should I will implement all the 1.0 stuff. I will bring back Hamlet Defense. Chocobo Escort, please look forward to that.
People only ask about Hamlet's Defense to come back because of you.
Yeah, that's my
fault. I want you to know that.
But
why do people ask for Chocobo Escort?
No one's asking about Chocobo Escort. Sorry, I just pulled my mic stand off, so...
Okay.
Is it because people have too much PTSD from Beacon Leaves?
I loved Beacon Leaves.
I start them sometimes when I do leaves, and I'm like, oh, this is a Beacon leave. I forgot. Let me just abandon this.
The thing about the Chocobo Escort thing was that they moved on their own. Like they would just stop.
That do that.
Yeah. It's basically the Chocobo. Like if you go to upper, this is not what we're supposed to talk about. But if you go to upper, if you're going to the upper Lenosha, they actually have one of the original behests playing as a fate. So you can experience it there. Okay, about those fates.
Okay.
They will now provide more rewards other than EXP, which is interesting. So you get these tokens now that you can use to buy various rewards.
Are these tokens instead of seals? Because it doesn't make sense for Fates on the First to give us seals.
Maybe that. I wonder if they still will though give us seals.
I think they still will.
Yeah,
but
you'll just get them and they'll materialize into your hand.
Yeah.
Why here?
Well, maybe they have grand companies. Wonder if they have grand companies on the First or something similar. Well, they have military.
Well,
so I imagine at this point they've all just been consolidated.
They have the exact same 3 grand companies with the same seal system.
This one's. The fucking the Blames.
Yeah.
The Immortal Blames.
The Immortal Blames. Bailstrom. Immortal. No, sorry.
The Batters.
Bwin Batters.
The Batters.
Yeah, the Batters.
The Bwin Batters.
Yeah. No. Sid will just make like a machine, and you put the first seals in. And you get Eorzean seals on the other end. It's like
an exchange system.
Yeah.
This sounds like something Rowena would make, to be honest.
Yeah.
What if there's a Sid on the First, but it's just Sid backwards?
Dick.
Anyway.
Anyways, you will also learn some more. What?
Tokens.
Yes.
Zone specific.
Yes.
You'll learn about the First regional lore through them.
The fates, that is.
The fates, which makes sense. All fates have lore. If you just read the text on the right side,
So
you get more lore from the leaves. It's not tied to MSQ, but the more fates you complete, the more items you unlock in the shop. So
I think this is a super good idea.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because overworld zones drop off after the first point 1 patch.
Yeah.
But this can keep people going for ages, especially if they add more rewards over time.
Depending on how easy it is to get these tokens from Fates, you could get the riding map when it's still kind of relevant before you have flight.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. The Fate system has been in need of some sort of update. They haven't really touched them a lot. In I feel like Heavensward was especially the expansion where the Fates failed. Like, hardly anyone did the Fates in Heavensward.
Yeah. Even worse than
experience.
Yeah, but they added experience.
And those crystal maiden things that give you more experience if you defeat them when they appear.
Was that Heavensward?
No,
that was Stormblood.
This is Stormblood.
Yeah, right.
Those were good benefits to the Fates, but it still wasn't that much.
They also added that weird Fate near Alagiri. Is that what it's called?
Fate.
The one Fate that has a special icon.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
Say more of that.
The secret weapon thing. It doesn't give anything. We found out. We did it on stream.
Yeah. Additional updates are coming to the side quest system.
Yes.
And this is very I mean, a lot of quality of life stuff was revealed in this live letter. Side quests in new regions will now be level synced and can be undertaken at level 70. So this means you can use them to level alt jobs more easily.
This is a really clever benefit.
Yeah.
I wish this was retroactive, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I still have a ton of quests I'm never going to do at this point.
Because, I did all the side quests in Heavensward and Stormblood as I was going.
Yeah.
But when I was leveling my alt, there was no way I'm going to do them again. But now I actually have a reason to do them on both my characters because they remain relevant after you get through the main scenario.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. But
especially for DPS.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good for that last bit of XP you'll need sometimes for another level.
Here is perhaps the most interesting addition to the side quest thing. Role quests.
Yes.
Now, this was exciting because we talked about it. I think we've talked about it many times before. It's refreshing when we do the roleplay segments in the MSQ because we always play as us and we're always part of the story. It's nice. It's one of the few things that makes 14. Well, one of the many things that makes 14 a unique MMO because we're so involved in the story. But it is nice when you can take like a little break from your story. And with role quests, we can retrace the journeys of the first heroes. That's at least the initial role quest that we're getting with Shadowbringers. In the screenshot, they showed our bear and basically the Warriors of Darkness.
The Warriors of Darkness, yeah.
And it was nice because what was that?
Lalafell was a dwarf.
Was a dwarf. So
she's gone from a sheep to a bearded man.
Yeah.
Yoshi Page said he wanted to explain why Lamini, I think her name is, doesn't wear what happened to her beard.
So
it's singed off.
There were 4 available at launch. But you need to complete you have to complete one of them as part of the MSQ in order to progress.
Yeah. Now that was a little bit. I assume it means you can pick which one you want to complete. Yeah. It doesn't mean you have to be a tank or something, right?
No. Yeah. I think. Yeah. No. You can.
Since they're a party, I assume that they're all the same story. Maybe with like a few side things that are a bit different, but ultimately it's the same.
Like how they got together maybe was unique.
I'm assuming there's lore tied to each character that you play as.
Yeah.
So a lot of effort was put into these role quests. They have special event battles as well. So look forward to that.
I hope with the role playing. The job you play as is a bit more complicated than before because if it's like playing as Hien.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna really suck. I mean, it'll do it once, but still, it's like give me.
I want to believe that it will be more complicated simply because there's one of each type.
Yeah.
So you can specialize a bit more.
So,
obviously, like if you know how to play one cast DPS, it doesn't mean you can play all of them, but it means that there can be more depth to the skills they give you.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the full rotation or anything. Just like give me a bit more than just you know, a basic attack, a dot, and a gap closer. Come on.
Yeah. But it's a really cool way of it, you know, having new lore in the game rather than just being told like to your character this is what happened. You actually have to go back and I kind of hope wherever the quest line goes, you end up in Eorzea as them, meeting the Warrior of Light. That would be really neat.
That would be nice.
It'd be fun to do the story instance where we fight from their perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
The new jobs will have... So, before we move on to the next part here, C Chat is a little confused as well about, will it be locked? So, if I'm a healer, can I then only pick the healer quest line? I was a bit confused about this as well.
That's how I
they didn't say anything about it. But
I assume Arbear will be the tank, then there'll be the healer one, and then there'll be...
So I will have to play as
the screenshot showed both Arbear, the warrior, and then also the paladin. So,
yeah,
it did.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe it's like,
and the black mage was missing.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, maybe. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. There were 2 tanks, 1 DPS, and a healer.
Yeah.
That's why
maybe things work differently on the first.
You need 2 tanks to go.
There isn't a melee DPS among the 5. That's true.
That's true.
So we'll see. I mean, I'm assuming that maybe the fighting is just like when we fight in roleplay mode, that you only have you play as their class, their job, and you have their skills. Hopefully more than 3. Like we do in the roleplay MSQ parts. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's an interesting system, regardless. And I'm glad that we get to see and play as other characters in the world.
Wonder what the rewards are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Continuing the main scenario, seemingly.
Well, for one of them, but I mean, like when you do
that's true.
It's also a nice way for to get us into the world of the first.
Yeah.
Because right now we're like strangers in a strange land, but if we play as someone who actually lives on this world, we get to know it a bit better through them. The new jobs will have their own job quests from 60 to 70 to show how they're integrated into the game's lore.
Enough.
But then it said, then they said that each job has its own level 80 quest, which I thought was a weird thing to say.
Of course
they do.
I
was upset though.
Yeah, I'm a bit upset about it as well.
I wouldn't want it every 2 levels.
That's what they are saying, right? There's no quest, like there's no 72
only a level
quest.
80 quest. Yeah.
Okay, so you go from 70 to 80 for the next quest. Wow.
Yeah.
I could see that being okay, because I'm gonna be honest, some of the job quest lines in Stormblood and Heavensward are like,
I quite like most of the Stormblood.
I really liked the ones.
Most of them palatable and some of them enjoyable.
Yeah.
Dark Knight, obviously the best one.
Yeah.
White Mage.
We've been through enough.
I don't like the Stormblood.
I like the Stormblood one.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
The Black Mage ones is always
the Heavensward one is sillier.
Yeah.
The Paladin one for Stormblood was... I kind of like the idea of it, of like the fight.
I like the Paladin one.
I like it. Okay.
Who are you,
Rollo?
I'm just saying that if they put all the writing into one quest for each job at the end, I think maybe they could come up with something pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I still hope it's a reasonably long quest.
Yeah, it's got to be like a quest line.
I wanted it like a quest chain. Like, make it 3 quests.
Because it's all the job lore that you're getting for the expansion.
Yeah.
Warrior is really good too. I like that in Stormblood.
Yeah.
Stormblood. Okay.
But they did.
Rollo's topsy turvy.
Yeah, Rollo is topsy. He doesn't like pasta bolognese. Who is this man? I actually missed this part. They're shifting into role quests. So that's
as long as they're good, but then it just means I like Black Mage lore.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
But
and Red Mage.
You'd be getting like Black Mage lore from the first, maybe. And that's how you learn it, you know?
I think that's kind of the benefit of putting it at level 80, is because I think we're going to have the ability to, like, in story, move between the first and the source once we hit level 80. So they'll be able to justify maybe our job trainers telling us to go to the first, as opposed to the fact that they don't know that it exists right now.
Yeah.
Or, like, they do know it exists, but they don't know that we can get there.
Do you think we're going to be trapped till level 80 there?
No, I don't think we will be. I think for the purposes of the story,
it
will be like we're always there. Because, like, in Stormblood, we never technically left Othard during the time we were there.
Yeah.
But we could always go back to Eorza whenever we wanted.
And
I don't know, it felt like we were pretty trapped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hellhole.
Not to mention the end of A Realm Reborn, where we're supposed to be exiled from...
Yeah, can't go to any city-state because we'll get beheaded.
It's funny when you went up to, like, any of the... spoilers for A Realm Reborn... Why am I giving... That doesn't make any sense. Well, if you talk to any of the Crystal Brave soldiers... I mean, there's one outside of Rising Stones like, I know who you are, I won't tell.
Yeah. Well, they're like that, or they're like, I'll let you go this time, but if I see you here again, you better watch out.
They can't do shit. It's great.
Yeah. Well, interesting that the role quest thing is intriguing, so we'll see. Okay, crafting and gathering quests have all been consolidated into 5 sets of quests.
What is with this consolidation thing?
Save time.
Yeah.
Allows them to focus on other things. We're getting an extra dungeon mailer. That takes development.
We're not getting
resources.
an extra dungeon. We're getting back a dungeon.
Okay. The crafting quests are based in the Crystarium. So there's like...
Yeah.
So does this mean that each... So you do one quest on one crafter and that's the quest done? Or do you have the same quest for
sets
each...
of quests.
So 5 sets.
Oh, right, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think you... Yeah. So if you do the, like, carpenter... leatherworker group on just carpenter, I don't think you can then repeat it on leatherwork.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
It has a unique quest line like Beast Tribes, but then it also has repeatable quests that you'll be able to use for the others.
Oh, that would be nice.
Okay, that would be nice.
Okay. The XP thing is the thing I'd worry about.
Exactly, yeah.
It's very valuable to have that XP.
As pointed out in chat, it also makes sense because there's no guild sent anymore on the first, so the storyline won't make as much sense. That's
true. The lore of it was there's like a group of artisans that you're helping.
Yeah.
So
and
fishers get their own quest line.
As long as these guys are like personable, like they're quite cool and interesting, I'll be fine with it because I really like some of the Eorzean crafted quests.
Yeah,
I agree. I think Heavenswood had the weakest crafter quests overall.
Yeah,
I've not done as many of them because I just love them.
The ones in her Realm Reborn are so expensive to complete. Like they have to make, you have to craft like expensive.
A lot of HQs.
Yeah,
like
some had materia on.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great that in Stormblood it's just like, okay, here's the ingredients.
Yeah, they give you the stuff. Yeah,
that's so much
did
nicer.
That right. And I was thinking to myself, wow, brilliant. Shadowbringers will just expand on all these great, ease things they've done, usability things they've done in this and that. Like, only having 5, but I guess it'll be good.
Yeah. So that was more or less all we got on crafting, I think. Unless they mentioned it. No, I think that was all
they didn't mention Ishgard.
They did not mention Ishgard.
But I really think that's a patch thing.
Yeah, I don't...
It'd be weird if we were coming back during the middle of being on the first to come fix up Ishgard.
Yeah, I agree.
I mentioned Eureka often enough, Georgi, and that was a patch thing about 4 patches later, so...
Yeah.
I hear about it like the live letter.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So you got one more.
Big update. The update we've all been waiting for. The new UI theme has been added with Shadowbringers.
Yes.
It looks like piss.
It looks lovely.
It doesn't look that bad.
How dare you,
Papyrus.
Although
it looks like papyrus.
I do think it's funny that, like, in a world where every single UI is changing from light to dark mode, we are implementing light mode. I I have a little bit of a problem with the naming of this.
I have a little bit of a problem with it as well.
There might be an issue.
Really? Do you have, what problems could you possibly have with dark skin and light skin?
I think it's a little bit on the...
I don't know.
Why don't you tell me?
I use the word theme.
Yeah, I think I would use the word dark theme and light theme would probably be better.
Yeah. Unfortunate choice of words, but
yeah.
They still have time to change it.
They do.
Remember they're a Japanese film.
It's basically the PvP.
Koji P not Koji. Koji would understand. Koji would understand.
He might.
But Koji has.
Go on.
Koji
has
light skin.
Now
you see.
I don't. Okay. Anyways. the light skin, the light theme is basically the PvP theme that the UI you get
It's already in the game
in the PvP profile. So they basically use the PvP profile skin to test what it looks like in game.
I said Koji P, by the way. I just realized.
Yeah, that's canon now.
Koji Fox.
It's Koji P now.
What was I doing?
That's the UI screen menu that they showed for it has room for at least 2 more skins. So that
it does. So
we're getting classic blue and
red.
Oh, can we change PvP to dark theme in Shadowbringers? Good question.
Oh, well, that would be funny if it did it automatically.
I'm gonna do topsy-turvy. I want like the light theme in the normal game, and then the dark theme in PvP. I'm gonna be the the hipster, like
that's pretty on the edge.
Stick to it.
Yeah.
When you stream,
I thought you were going to say you want the light theme in Eorzea and the dark theme in.
I wish I could do that. That would have been nice.
Well, you can. It's just you'd need a macro.
Yeah,
I really want it to be like in Final Fantasy VII, where you can choose each of the 4 corners to be a different RGB color, and it sort of merges them. Now that was the best system. Love that. Yeah.
They also mentioned that we are getting 8 crossworld link shells as expected.
Whoa.
And they also announced...
They're probably just all being converted into crossworld links.
But they didn't say they were, but I was expecting them
to.
They've said it before, though.
Does that... If they're converting them, if they were, does that mean they'll all shrink down to 64 people?
Oh, I hope not.
Oh.
Because there's a difference in... character limit between
also
shells.
If they migrated them,
they
won't be able to, because you can already create crosswords, and they won't be able to do that.
I'm going to assume they're going to keep the limit. Otherwise, it sounds like more of a headache to cut it down because of all the people that will be outside of the link shell. Like, how do they prioritize who to kick?
Imagine getting automatically kicked from a link shell as soon as Shadowbringers begins.
Yeah. They also announced that we are now getting decimals under 1% on HP. So
14 has finally gone into decimalization.
Because it was nice how 1% lasted longer than every other percent.
Yeah,
God, it lasted ages.
Yeah. They also made some changes to the party list info. You'll be able to see HP more clearly. He put emphasis on the little triangle that they added.
Yep.
Very
in case you can't use your eyes to see that HP is not max.
Yep.
There's now a triangle to tell your eyes that too.
And for housing, they are adding a feature where you can preview furniture placement. So you don't have to... mean? Well, right now, if you buy a piece of furniture, you have to place it in your estate and it'll get bound.
Right.
That's now you can check if it actually fits in your house, and then if it doesn't, you can put it up for sale again.
It would be nice if we could get some die previews, though.
Yeah, die previews would be nice.
That would be more important to me.
Yeah. Can you? Yeah, because you can't die preview before you place it.
Or right-click preview on the market board, and it shows you what the model is as well. That would be nice.
That too would be nice.
Yeah, that would be good.
So they said that there are a lot of gameplay and quality of life updates that will, but that will have to wait until the patch notes themselves. So
that'll be an exciting day.
that is good lord, I can't wait.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That'll be a 4-hour stream.
That is a long one. Yeah. Right. But then came the biggest part of the live letter.
Yeah.
As announced, battle system changes.
Woo.
Whew.
This was
Okay.
long.
Exhausting,
This
but interesting.
there's a lot to take in here. So first they announced the charged action system, which is basically, it's like a system, like certain abilities can now charge while you're not in combat, and you will get a number.
Wasn't it in combat too?
In combat
like
too, sorry. Both in and out.
Yeah.
But like,
as long as the timer is going.
yeah, it's basically, it looks like it's the cooldown wheel. Once you can use the action for as many times as corresponding to the number of charges. So if you have 3, I believe shoulder tackle was one of them that they showed off, could hold 3 charges, which means you can use 3 shoulder tackles in succession.
Yeah, on just the GCD.
On just the GCD, yeah.
And then it will go.
I can't wait to zoom across the land by murdering mobs as I dash between them.
Guys, when you're speedrunning 14, remember, shoulder tackle to each mob.
Yes.
Chain them.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. So they also mentioned ninjas, Kisatsu. It'll when the recast timer cycles. So basically, again, just so everyone understands, it's very easy. For once the cooldown wheel has gone 1 cycle, you get 1 charge, and some actions can hold 2 charges, some actions can hold 3. He did say that there were different charges per action. Some actions couldn't hold as many as others.
It's like for specific skills, and not every job has one.
Yeah. Which I guess is an interesting system.
That's
It'll
nice.
Change things
Yeah,
up
it's
a little
nice
bit.
change.
Yeah.
I think other MMOs do now. I think, right? I think that's pretty common.
It's
Yeah.
not breaking the mold, but it's a good thing.
It's
to
breaking the 14 mold at least.
Yeah.
It's a nice change. I hope these skills I hope you don't have to just spam them one after a row, though. I don't want to press.
Well, I just do.
Like pressing shoulder tackle 3 times in a row because it does damage.
I think it just means because sometimes you use something during one part of the rotation, then you have to wait like 3 more cycles to use it again. It just means you can have a slightly more exciting rotation.
Yeah.
Depending on what healer skills they attach this to, it could lead to more like fast damaging skills from enemies.
Oh,
that's true.
Oh yeah, that's
you could
true.
have a couple of stacks of benediction.
I don't think Benedict's getting
No,
it.
I don't think they would either. I don't think not your class.
I think Tetra might.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Anyways, it's that's a nice addition to the current system. Now, for the next part, I still remember when we talked about this the first time. It was when we were doing Wander's Palace. We were fighting the pudding in Wander's Palace. Was it minimum eye level?
It was minimum eye level, yes.
Okay. And
the only time I was ever praised for an idea.
Yeah. We were fighting the pudding, and we were so annoyed that we didn't know which attacks to stun. And I believe you almost said exactly what we were getting was what you wanted. Something exactly. Like the bar, the casting bar having either a different color or something. I think you said something like that. Yeah. And lo and behold, everyone,
I did it.
A year or so later, the casting interruption system is announced. I mean, we already have the cast interrupt system. But yeah, they're basically added
a long time coming.
This the casting bar will have like an orange outline which means you can interrupt it now, and when you interrupt it, it'll say interrupted in the casting bar.
So you know it's been it doesn't just disappear, which is annoying as well.
And I'm
this
so
is
happy.
as important as the day they added in that little bar above things you can assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
This is that
Just as
important.
important.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh hey, stuns and silences can be more of a mechanic now because it's more
Exactly.
like telegraphed.
Yeah.
And I'm excited
You
for that.
know what can.
Yeah.
But melee DPS will not have the leg sweep anymore. So sorry guys.
No.
It's just,
Melee DPS cannot participate.
just for tanks and range DPS, right?
Range
Yeah.
Everyone but melee, I think.
Tanks and range DPS will have the role actions for interrupting. Yeah.
Yeah. They can buy a leg sweep.
And
I want to
then
know what's happening with the Holy's stun and also the stun that astrologians have as well.
I think it's gone.
I think they need to get rid of that. Yeah.
Of course, it's White Mage. We have to remove that as well.
You still have holy, you just won't stun.
Yeah,
that
it'll do
was
loads of-
part of the fucking utility. You could have you could DPS a bunch of mobs. It would stun everyone, so you didn't even have to heal during that moment. So you could fucking.
I know. I'm just ribbing it.
Sorry, I'm a salt mage.
If stunnable things and silenceable things will be different colors.
Yes.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
Or if they're just gonna change it to one thing and have like, this will interrupt.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they also then added that role actions will no longer be customizable. They will just be part of your toolkit as you level up. You'll just unlock role actions.
That's good.
Yeah. They also
But then you have to
cut
have
down.
them already.
Yeah. How many role actions do we have now? 10?
Yes, have up to 10.
Up to 10, yeah.
We have to go in,
reason not
check
to
the
have
ones
10.
you want, drag them onto your bar, and it's like, do I need this one? I don't know. I don't really know what it does, so I won't put it on.
Yeah.
I think
Some
Now
casters have the most useless ones.
A lot of them are
Break.
fake.
Yeah. For healers, most of them were like required.
Yeah.
I think most of them were actually skills from another class originally, weren't they?
Yeah, they were all pretty much all things they stole from different heroes.
Hey, eye for an eye though. Eye for an eye. That's a new one you can use for White Mage. That's a gift.
That annoyed me as well, but I tried to get annoyed about it because I didn't use as many
Tanks
things.
have been cut down to 7 actions. Healers now have 6. Melee DPS 6, and physical and magical range DPS 6
I
each.
think magical range was 4.
I feel like it was lower.
I feel like it was lower too. This might have been. These are wrong numbers. Correction. I believe it's 4. 4.
I really hope that we get individual animations back, because every tank doing low blow was kind of lame, and I miss stuff like brutal swing. And for some reason, Paladin could have 2 stuns with their built-in one, and then low blow.
Yeah.
It was
Shield
weird.
bash.
Shield dash, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good skill, that one.
That will be.
Okay, so MP and TP. We all knew this was happening, TP being removed. But this was interesting because now all jobs will use MP. There's a 10,000 cap on MP.
It feels like PvP with the specific numbers. I don't like it.
Well,
I think this is more convenient.
Yeah,
this is good, I think.
it's
No.
basically like TP, which used to be capped as well.
Yeah.
But they've, of course, the cap is much higher than TP.
Yeah, and now you can calculate things based on percentage rather than like weirdly specific numbers.
Yeah.
I liked the weirdly specific numbers.
No, because like, if you guys remember leveling Dark Knight, you never really knew how much a skill cost sometimes, because every level was like, you got a different amount of max HP, and how much skills cost. It was always like, you know their percentage, but it's a bit harder to gauge than just like, this costs 250 MP.
Yeah.
And I think it's a pretty good change for most jobs.
I think so too. It'll be They specified that spells MP costs are percentage based again. So 10,000 makes it more intuitive to see how expensive they are. Now a lot of people then started asking themselves, what about Piety now? What is that even? What is that going to do now? Piety, like the stat with the Piety materia. So Piety will now remain as an attribute that only affects healers. And
see, they gave us something unique.
We got something.
And this is
Piety
cool.
will make your MP region faster. So
yeah, kind of need it, quite a lot of it.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah.
You don't seem happy about this.
Main attributes and materia. Gearing difficulty will be adjusted for each role. Now, I was a bit confused by this because I feel like they keep doing this.
Yeah.
Especially for tanks, this has been an issue. And once again, accessory attributes will be revised. Sorry.
To what it was before.
To warrant, yeah. Basically, they're reverting.
I'm wondering if they're going to make it so that like earlier accessories can only be used by the classes they want them to use. They want to use them.
Oh yeah. Tank accessories will have Vit and Strength, and others will have Vit.
God.
This really is just them throwing in the towel on damage versus communication thing and be like, okay, just do damage and shut up.
Yeah.
Leave us alone.
Yeah. You can no longer meld main attribute materia. And main stat materia that is already melded will have no beneficial effects. So they are being removed. So you'll have just empty materia again, like they did with the elemental materia.
Yeah.
And you will no longer obtain them either. Buy them now.
Keep as many as you can.
Yeah. Go to Mudamix
They're getting
and get them.
expensive now.
Yeah, they
I
are.
checked the market boards. People are buying them.
Really?
Yeah, the moment
the
moment the news broke, people were buying it everywhere from all servers. So you can earn some money now if you want to sell some of your old materia. Or if you want
something that was previously not valuable at all.
Yeah. Just make sure well, actually you can sell them even afterwards. No, you can't. Can you sell elemental materia?
You can sell elemental ones. And elemental ones are worth nothing right now.
You can sell them on the market board, but yeah, they are worthless.
Keep them though. It'll be like the party hats for
You'll regret it if you get rid of them.
Yeah. I still regret. I'm still angry because Mela has a what is it? Is it PvP materia? Is it the piss orange one?
The orange one. It's beautiful. Can you not get it anymore?
No. Yes, you can. No, you can't. No, you can't.
You can't buy PvP materia at all.
And I sold all of mine because I'm like, I don't need these anymore. And then as I'd done it, I'm like, I have made a terrible mistake.
I've only got one though. I've only got one.
It doesn't upset me as much as you selling all the things you had from 1.0.
I still have some. I can still go to the Calamity Salvager, but it's like bone chip. Mint.
That doesn't count.
It's like
Why would he sell you bone chips?
No, it's stuff that I had in my inventory.
Yeah, but come on.
Why don't you get rid of them?
The worst item.
Because now I have to keep... That's like all I have left now. I got rid of
bone chip from 1.0.
I had loads of like broken material, like cracked materia and shit. Discarded it. Discarded all of it because I needed room.
Upsetting.
I even had like you got like a weathered robe, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Gone. It's all gone.
You're the most tragic figure I've ever met.
I know.
He has a cheaper sub. Don't feel too sorry.
That's true.
That's true.
I do pay less.
He's the sort of person who would have tried to use the wind up Dalamud code the day after it expired.
I do still have.
I
do at least still have the 1.0 Onion Helm. I still have that.
That's true.
I didn't throw that away.
Random thing, by the way, to go back to TP or MP. I hope they change the name to like AP or something. That'd be nice.
Yeah, because they're not.
It didn't look like they're changing it, but that's something they could change whenever.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know how much that would. It could be more difficult to unweave that from
maybe, but just like
code than you'd think.
The idea of playing a monk and being like, this costs 250 MP is like,
yeah.
Should Bootshine cost that much? Or even, or be called, use MP?
I don't think Bootshine would use it. I think Bootshine will be one of the things that's free now.
Yeah.
Just for random tidbit is all.
Yeah. Okay. Token Savage gear, including accessories and belts, will now have 2 materia slots, so they will make it'll make them more powerful overall. So congratulations, everyone.
Good.
We got the materia slots.
Rip crafters.
Yeah.
And then we got some announcements about the pet system receiving some major changes.
Yay!
Oh, for that 2 classes in the game.
Yeah, but Mela, it opens up for more.
I know.
opens up for Beastmaster.
Exactly.
I like how it would have affected Machinists as well, but now it doesn't seem like it will.
Yeah, no.
That's true, yeah.
Good. She should have never been a pet class.
Well, I mean, looks like Dark Knight is a pet class now.
Yeah,
Everything's a pet class.
Maybe this is their way of allowing like things like the Machinist mech and the Dark Knight clone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ninja.
We'll talk about this
Kohai,
a little
whatever
later. Yeah. But yeah, quite possibly. Pets are no longer affected by attacks and cannot die.
I don't like that.
Over!
All these bad scholars leaving their pets in the middle of the arena.
If we...
doesn't matter anymore.
If we, gods forbid, are still doing Ifrit Extreme when Shadowbringers hits, at least you won't have to resummon Eos. Or so it doesn't...
Eos doesn't die that often.
She does die.
Hey,
She does die during the
though.
fights.
And whoever it was who had that
I'm not
card.
saying she doesn't.
It costs a little bit of mana, you know what adds up?
No more Carbuncle pulling the whole room in Heaven on High, too. So, there you go.
That's true.
Okay, pet actions are also being removed from the pet hotbar and recategorized as player actions.
Sweet.
So you
the name
no
they
longer
chose.
get the pet hotbar.
I hope they prune some of my skills, because my regular hotbars are already full.
Yeah.
That definitely
They're
works.
adding more.
Yeah, you're just getting more hotbars. We're adding 5 extra hotbars for you guys.
All right, you got to do your own heal and you got to do embrace. So make sure to keep on top of that.
Yeah. So they also now said that because of this, Titan Eggy and Topaz Carbuncle will have to be revised because they can't be targeted by enemies anymore. Their purpose is pointless.
Gone.
Yeah, I'm so curious about this.
Unless they just are immortal.
Titans mostly, because it's like
He is the tank pet. Well, so is Topaz Carbuncle.
I mean, you don't really need
Oh, right,
tank.
sorry.
You don't really need the tank
soloing?
pets after like 50, I would say.
It's still nice for soloing, though.
Yeah.
Well,
It's gonna
you
make
need them
some of
for
the
some
Arcanist quests be weird.
Yeah.
Ah,
them
it's
for
handy as
some
well.
Yeah.
for some job quest, even for summer, like level 60.
Oh, yeah.
You still need them.
Yeah.
Mm.
You just die if you.
I'm sure they're gonna.
Yeah, we'll just won't be able to progress anymore.
Yep.
So make sure you get it done now.
Yeah.
Level up summoner while you can, guys. It's gonna be.
They're breaking
impossible.
the summoner quest line, so do it now. Pet actions, like I said, are shared to save hotbar space. No, I didn't say that. Pet actions are now shared to save hotbar space because they are now.
So like action one for each of the pets will be the same. Hopefully it will switch between them rather than just say pet action one.
I really didn't like the name that they had.
No.
There.
That might have just been tentative what we saw there. That might change with whoever
It
you
might
have
change
summoned.
whenever you summon something and it just goes back to pet action one if nothing's summoned.
Yeah, that's
that
what
would
I
be
was
fine
thinking
by
too.
me.
Yeah. Okay, so in other general adjustments, they have made some battle system calculation adjustments. They didn't really go much into it. They just said that when they showed the live demo, keep in mind that the damage and stuff, it's part of the new battle system calculation stuff that they adjusted. So it'll make more sense when you play the game yourself. They also told us that the media embargo for the media tour is May 29th, so we already know that they're
Wednesday.
The heavens will the sky will open with videos. It's gonna be raining videos left and right.
Holding the gate. There's gonna be a flood on the 29th.
Yeah,
the big flood.
Videos,
A lot of
interviews. Get ready.
Yeah.
The subreddit's gonna be flooded.
Yeah.
If you're subscribed to some 14 YouTubers, watch out for that.
Yeah.
Your inbox will just be that.
Yeah. It'll just be
Don't
that.
worry if you only subscribe to us because you'll not get anything.
Yeah. You'll get us like picking at the scraps. We'll pick up what we can.
We'll watch other people's videos.
Yes, we will.
Yeah,
Talk over it.
Yeah.
sucks to be this.
Keep in mind, nope, that's wrong. So
This is why, though.
chain bonuses are also being removed from dungeons to standardize EXP gain. Now, this is not an EXP nerf. They are instead
just you get more XP overall.
Adding more XP, yeah. So
You
basically,
just don't you're not forced to go at a certain speed anymore, which is good.
Yeah. Look forward to next week when we are basically a React channel. Speakers react to Media Tour videos. They are also increasing the damage cap from 999,999 to 9,999,999.
Very good.
So
ideally, they'll never have to increase it again.
Yeah,
that's going to be my HP.
Yeah,
9,099,999.
Yeah. This is probably a number so high it's stuff you might see. I would see in like Eureka,
maybe Eureka.
or an Enrage to kill you. Since these numbers are being inflated so much, they said by 6.0 they'll have to be rescaled. So 6.0 confirmed, everyone.
All right,
6.0 confirmed.
No.
Well, there's a point in every MMO's life where it has to happen.
I know.
It's gotta happen, right?
It becomes ridiculous when you do like 5 million damage. It's like
I just like the big numbers.
Yeah, I love the big numbers. I just quit for 14,876,000,000.
So then I talked about the party bonus that will be adjusted as well. Again, you'll gain parameters based on the number of players filling each role, which is what we have now.
Yeah.
And they said that they would adjust the rate at which the limit gauge would fill for 5.0 and later regions only. This was done because of how the limit gauge mechanics were being taken advantage of in raids. But I didn't know. It was still a little unclear if they were increasing it or decreasing it.
It sounded like they said they were going to increase the speed at which it fills.
Did they?
It might be wrong, but I'm sure that's what they said. Maybe. It says, and how speedruns were based solely on how fast you could race your limit break gauge. This does not affect 4.0 and below. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I never tried doing it, so I'm not bothered.
Yeah. There are adjustments to the limit break gauge. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next thing would have made me normally extremely happy. Although I am happy. I am happy that it's there. It's just, okay, I'm just going to say, barrier shields will now be displayed in the party list. That you can get a visual representation of the shields that are applied. But
I love that.
the placement of the bar was so awkward. Glitch. It was if your HP is full, it's like to our audio listeners, visualize your HP bar and then visualize a tiny yellow one on the top left. That's
over your name.
Over your name.
Yeah.
That is your shield. Now if you lose HP, or if the shield is applied after you've lost HP, the shield bar is not there. It'll be at the end of your HP bar.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. What if your barrier is big enough that you still lost HP, so it fills your HP, but then also goes above it a little bit as well?
Yeah. Why didn't they just add the barrier to your HP bar? So it'll just be over your HP bar, and there'll be a yellow bar.
Would be an normal.
When I heard this, I thought it would squish the HP part, and then it would be part of the 100%.
That too
the
would
shield part being
be
yellow.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, even then, I thought it'd be okay, now the shield starts again starts to the left of the HP.
Yeah, that's also the other one I thought of.
Overlaid.
That's the ugliest way they could have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks bad. Change
At
it.
least it didn't keep going outside to the right of the bar over your MP, though.
I think it's
that wouldn't be as much of a problem if MP was on the left and HP was on the right. That is upsetting in its own way.
I think the most frustrating part about this is that the barrier bar, the shield bar, is not in a uniform place. It's not in the same place.
Yeah, it moves.
You'll have to like, oh, do I have a shield on that guy or not? Because either if he's lost HP, it's going to be at the HP bar at the end of it, or if it's full HP, it's going to be on the top left. Who thought of that?
Why can't they give us a little triangle to tell us if they have shield?
Just
I always thought this game has a pretty good UI.
I'm assuming this is spaghetti code, because we also noticed that the MP bar.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that.
The last 2 digits
are small. I feel as if that's because they're never used. I feel as if there's nothing that uses it less than an MP.
It may be that, yeah.
But you start with 0 though when you res. So
yeah. I don't know. Also, keep in mind this expansion is not launched yet, so this might still be tweaks that they might tweak this before release. But that shield thing was a little disappointing if that's what they're pushing for release. But okay. The triangle below the they show the triangle again, which is like they're adding. I understand 32-bit is gone, PS3 is gone. You can play with the UI now.
TP's gone too.
But yeah, TP is gone. Ironically, at a time when they actually could make the TP bar work, but they're adding instead tiny weird things like the little triangle, the tiny shield bar that moves around. Like what? Calm down a little. And the fucking 2 last digits being smaller than the first 2 on the MP bar.
Speakers, we nitpick.
We nitpick. Right.
Good changes though.
Good changes. Yeah.
Appreciated.
Hopefully the shield thing will be fixed. Right. Then they showed the job actions trailer.
Whoa.
This is so exciting.
Right. We are supposed to look at it. So
14 minutes long. We might be here a little bit.
That is 14 minutes long. Yoshi P, we also got a Yoshi P went through it and gave us extra information, so we will recap that as we're going through this.
Yes.
We will pause some stuff. So, right, we never updated the overlay for you. So Georgi is just frameless. Still.
I forgot about this part.
Now he'll be so naked.
Yeah. So just pretend that there's a frame. I also love that you're not even like in. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I feel like you should be on top of Rollo. Maybe like.
I feel like you all should be a bit smaller.
Wow, we've made the Tower of Power.
Why are you making everything so difficult for me, Mala?
No, I'm not saying you have to do. I'm just saying you are covering about a quarter of the video.
Well, I mean.
When things are like this, it feels like I'm on an episode of Full House. No, not Full House. The Brady Bunch.
Oh,
the Brady Bunch, yeah. So we should all be looking in different directions.
And it's like,
Okay, I'm gonna try to shrink us. Oh, that didn't work at all.
Okay.
So, but it'll. Okay, I am. Oof. I didn't. Okay, I forgot that this overlay wasn't. We don't use this overlay very often.
We'll cut this out of the YouTube version. It's fine.
I either will or I won't, depending if I remember it or not.
Good dichotomy.
Okay, so Rollo in there. I like at this.
There we go.
In this time, I could have probably just added Georgi's. Okay, it doesn't matter. You'll be frameless. That's fine. Okay. How about now? Are we? We're smaller.
We're small.
We're small. Okay. Let's go. So this. Look away because there might be a tit. No, there won't be.
Might be, and there will be.
Where?
Don't worry.
Okay, so we start with Gunbreaker here. He says that Yoshi P said that whenever you execute a weapon skill, there's a trigger you use. I wonder if Because he says, you can like see that sometimes there's like an explosion when he hits.
Yeah.
That's of course from the Final Fantasy VIII Gunblade.
Yeah.
I love that he shoots. He keeps shooting Urianger, but he's giving him a shield. It seems like.
Shoot your friends.
It shouldn't persona? Feel much different, and you can still execute your actions while moving around. So it's a very mobile class, which was you'd expect.
It sounds like Dark Arts, but not bad.
Yeah.
I saw there's only 2 charges.
You see, you see the explosions there as he strikes it, which I'm assuming is the trigger. I wonder how does that work? Is that like a skill you have to execute right after you use a skill? So like Dark Arts? No, sorry, before. Dark Arts is before.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see when the thing gets consumed. It's the pip on the right.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there was 2 charges.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like right
That's the magic ammunition they stole from Machinist.
Yes,
so okay, so you put it in and then you use the skill.
Yep.
They stole it from Machinist, and hopefully they made both classes more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks good. It feels untanky, but it is a tank, so...
Yeah, we'll see.
Bard. Oh, you get the charges from skills? Okay. More information. Dragoon. This is not Dragoon.
Bard.
Bard, sorry.
Bard has a lot of things to manage.
So it's been revised. It shouldn't. Sorry, this is what. Okay, sorry. I was reading Bard stuff during Gunbreaker. It shouldn't feel much different, and you can still execute your actions while moving around. There you go. Mobile class.
Yeah.
Also as expected.
It looks like they have a raining poison arrow skill now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get AoE dot now, which is very nice.
They look very flashy. Dragon.
So the biggest thing you'll see here is that the jumps are faster now.
Yeah, look at that animation too.
The animations are very fast.
You blur as you're jumping.
Yeah. Which is something Dragoons have been asking for since 1.0. And they've always been told, no, you can't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a normal combo.
Yeah. Heavy thrust is gone, though.
And he does the thing that's in
There's
the...
a thing that Nidhogg
He's
does.
about to do the Nidhogg move.
I like that.
Which is like
I don't know if it's new, because I don't play Dragoon.
The tube.
It is new.
It is new, yeah.
Okay, I really like it. It's cool.
There's Nidhogg's eye, and then there he goes.
Wow, so cool.
Wow, he did the thing.
Black Mage.
Hey!
2 fouls.
Schwarzmagier.
2 fouls.
2 polyglot stacks.
Sorry, 2 polyglot stacks. We use them for foul.
There's a new skill that uses them.
There's a new, we'll talk about that one when we get to the specific point for Black Mage, but...
It's difficult to improve upon perfection.
Yeah, it's a simple evolution, is what he said. Which I assume...
I like that you get 2 polyglot stacks, because there are times when foul feels hard to fit in.
Xenogloss is the attack, the other attack that now uses the polyglots. Right. Other than that, it's recognizable Black Mage.
Yeah. It looks like things are going still well.
Yeah, there's a pillar there. That's new, right?
Evolution.
The fire pillar? Has that always been there?
No, the fire pillar's new.
Okay. Astrologian. Now, this is where things get a little weird, I think.
This looks super complex to me, but...
The card names are wrong.
Yeah. It's hard to tell what's exactly different. I mean, I know there's new skills.
Yeah.
And but it looks like the bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the bowl.
I'd have to play it to know exactly like what's going on.
Maybe when you're on the first,
they
they're all
changed the
different.
names.
Yeah.
They're all different on the first, Yogi. Also, I really noticed that background glimpse of things.
Can we? Yes. Sorry, I must say this. That island, the small island, is not far enough away to be that small.
It's a JPEG, isn't it?
Don't worry about it.
It is
There's something
like
wrong. No, it's not. No, it is 3D. It looks like.
I don't know. It looked like a JPEG when.
But the scale looks off.
Looks weird.
Yeah.
Just that weird.
Especially it looks like it's just about as far away as Yulmore, which doesn't make any sense. Because also Yulmore
Maybe it's
kind
a
of
city
looks
for
too
ants.
small.
Yeah, maybe it's a dwarf island.
Ah, that's what it is. That's
Look how
what it
big
is.
the reflection is of the actual like land bit before it gets to the. That's weird.
Yeah. Look at the reflection. It reaches all the way to the sandbanks of the beach. There, like you can see it touch the swimmable part of. Oh, sorry.
Maybe later on it'll change, or we'll see why it looks like.
Sorry,
that.
sorry. I just anyways, they changed the name of the cards.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
No
more combining cards either.
No.
Like no more burning for an AOE.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to focus it on offensive things instead.
All of the cards are DPS buffs now.
This is a very confusing change.
Yeah. You also have to choose. You still have to choose who to deal each card to. And there are also mechanics depending on combinations of cards.
Yeah.
So
from what I saw, it kind of looked like each tick it went to the next one along, but I don't know if that was a skill you used to move between them or. But like the three blobs at the top.
Yeah.
So you can't AoE anymore, so you get to play favorites.
Yeah.
No more waiting for the fucking.
Or are the card names telling you what one you will pull next? Oh, does that make more sense? So that one says the spear now.
Yeah.
So no, but I think the previous one didn't say the bow. No.
Okay, that's the spear.
That is the spear.
Yeah. So
are we making a discovery? Well,
yeah.
Oh.
We did it. We found out.
Why?
It's not a typo.
Why?
Even though that's weird because it's not like that in the current job.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Oh wait, it might just be an error though. Well, it is weird that the title does seem to correspond to what they're pulling.
That's the spear.
Oh no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, it's still fucked.
That's not the error.
But that is the Lord of Crowns, though.
That is the Lord of Crowns. Oh, that's confusing.
I don't even.
Okay, something is going on here. We'll learn more about that when it's out. Maybe this is a typo or something.
It's stupid if they changed the names but kept the old icons though. That would be a really bad move.
But now things start to get something's about to happen here, which is interesting. That
looks so cool.
Little planets falling around.
Is this like fucking ley lines for Astrologian? Because that ring will stay there. The constellations. And there's the fucking the ring of the 12. I don't understand. We're dealing with the 12 now as Astrologians as well, which means they're real, by the way.
That's true. But they're also stars.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, they could just be.
Do they have stars? Wait.
Do they have star signs?
They look like they have little stars behind them.
I don't know if they do.
Yeah, well, they have a month related to each one, and usually when you're born under a certain...
That's true.
Yep. Oh, there are the stars.
Yep. Okay. Probably, for me at least, the one that looks the least interesting in this trailer, but still there is some stuff.
It just looks like not much has changed.
Yeah.
Aside from a few new skills and ways to dump your Kenki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally just said that it's a simple evolution.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But you get to attack with your scabbard now.
Yeah. That's probably the coolest thing in this. That's
cool.
Yeah, the armor looks nice. The armor is all the new artifact gear, which all looks pretty amazing for all classes. Except White Mage looks. I'm a nun now, guys. Please
you are a nun.
Show respect. I'm a nun.
You can do two. What's it called in a row now? I can't remember that skill. Fuck.
They're all
Japanese
names, Rollo.
It probably doesn't exist anymore.
What was it called?
What are you on about? For samurai?
Jutsu. Midare.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Midare.
Midare, you can do two of them in a row, which is true.
That's true. White Mage artifact in Heaven's Ward as a nun. It was kind of nunnish too. Yeah, you're supposed to be like a cleric. No, you're not supposed to be a cleric. You're supposed to be the other thing. You're not supposed to be a cleric.
Job?
I can't remember. Whatever, dude. Here's a warrior. You kind of.
A vicar.
Well,
you guys notice the music, by the way?
Oh, so good.
Yeah, the music changes now to like, and is this?
It's a combination of the Crystal Tower final boss themes and Escape for some reason.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's a really good mix. What?
This one I was way too focused on the background for.
Yeah.
This one was, the textures look really nice.
Yeah. This is the
Windmills and I assume this is Amarang.
Amarang, that's the name.
But the textures on the stone, that's
yeah, because they went to the Middle East to take pictures of stones.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, Warrior.
40 interviews.
So we know they have windmills in Amarang in the same way they do in Thanalin.
Yeah, they do.
They have wind.
Yeah, they do have wind. Wind confirmed on the first. So for Warrior,
aside from the tank changes, Warrior looks like a pretty standard progression kind of thing.
Yeah,
Warrior has had a good. Every expansion has been good for Warrior, mostly. So there's not much you can do, but there's a buff there. That's a shield. Yeah. So every single tank, it seems
all the
like
tanks are getting interesting new buffs, which makes it pretty cool.
Yeah. We'll talk about the tank changes
cover,
after.
Basically.
Yeah.
Does Fell Cleave? There you go.
There's another Fell Cleave. That's a Fell Cleave. And that's a fourth Fell Cleave.
Only 4.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how many you get during a normal.
He needs to increase his skill speed.
Okay, Red Mage. This one was weird. They didn't. So I just want to say that when they showed this, basically the translation was, the translator lady said, it's a great expansion for Red Mage, and that's all they said.
I mean, again, from what we've seen too,
a nice evolution, a nice expansion is what she said. A nice expansion for White Mage.
The second part is
Red Mage.
Look at that AoE.
Displacement has also been adjusted, so you won't fall off and die while using it.
But it was so funny.
So assumedly, you'll just hit a false barrier if you displace
and look. Edge. Magnification at a really high amount. Why?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Well, they just...
and then,
bad roads.
That was cool. And then that.
We've all seen this before, but that one's new.
Yeah, they have new ways to jump their gauges.
Remember that we have an audio listener, Smell. I can't just sit there and ooh and ah. Monk. They will now get a 4th Grease Lightning stack.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then an action that will allow you to keep your Grease Lightning stacks up. So congratulations, Monk, you got it. Finally.
It's like that one samurai skill, Meditate.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. You hold it and you charge up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. So you don't have to worry about your stacks. In a dungeon, don't you fucking monk start pulling shit for your stacks. I swear to God.
Yeah.
And you don't need to worry about phase changes anymore.
You're saying more channels?
More channeled skills, like a long cast spell that can be interrupted, but if you can hold it all the way, it does other damage.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hey!
Paladin has a gap closer now.
Yay!
We did it!
It's the most exciting thing about this part.
I don't know. I really like the big sword that comes out of the ground.
No, I agree.
Yeah. It's been
Sheltron for some. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Fighting a dummy, but might as well get Sheltron up.
There's
some changes are happening.
There's
the gear looks nice for Paladin.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's kind of follows the general aesthetic, but I don't know why they're showing up Clemency as well.
No cast time, by the way.
No cast time.
Or Clemency.
Yeah, no cast time for those.
That's true.
So, yeah.
What do they need you for, Lukile?
Yeah, what do they need White Mage for? Huh?
We could just have 2 tanks from now on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Okay, Ninja.
Yeah, I might play Ninja again.
Kusatsu is now a charged action. And now we're about to...
Ninja's the class I know least about.
Oh. Try it out, it's fun.
It also looks like the mudras are off. They. What am I saying? They are. What am I trying to say? I forgot what I was trying to say.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
You can use them. They don't. They're on the global cooldown now. They don't have. Do you see that? Do you see how many mudras he did in succession? Oh, are they charged? Look, that was one mudra. Here's another one.
Oh, do you mean the Kasatsu is?
There's another one. Oh, is that what it is? What is Kasatsu? I think I agree with. I know nothing about ninja either.
Yeah.
Never play ninja.
I could tell.
Kasatsu resets your mudras, and you can enter, like you can do them again. Basically.
Oh, okay.
So you can do the multiple in a row.
Okay, I see.
Which was you can do before, but now you have 2
I
charges.
literally didn't touch a single job quest for ninja, from 50 to 70. I did them the other
I
day.
want to get on that.
So
Okay.
What? You guys should play ninja. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I will eventually.
yeah.
But they also get the shadow clones shit, or not shadow. Like you have like an after image that attacks with you.
Yeah.
What is the focus on new like?
There it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a pet. I think it's just
This
the
is
visual effects.
this one just does whatever you do. Like it is a copy.
Yeah. I hope it like moves with you, like when you move, the trailing effect behind you.
Yeah. So for audio listeners, basically a copy is summon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A shadow clone.
This starts with Holy, by the way. I just realized for White Mage.
The sound of White Mage.
Fucking yikes. We all joked about it. They were going to add an extra lily to the lily gauge, and they fucking did. They changed the color from red to blue, and they added what they call a black lily at the back. And it grows.
Pretty cool.
Now when it's grown, you get a freak.
The lilies have changed. They accumulate over time, which will give you. You'll see the little glow here. That's going up here.
It's less RNG. It's more.
Yeah.
More focused. And then look, you get little wings.
And then you get little wings.
I can do that on my class as well if I use the prism, but you can do it now, which is nice.
Anyways, moving
skills
on.
Look very samey now. Deployment tactics for Scholar.
In addition to changed pet behavior, as well as you get, of course, your pet is pointless now. Well, it's not pointless, but the different pets are pointless. Your Eos and Celine are the same pet now.
But now they're just glamours of each other.
Yeah. So you can just pick whichever one you'd like, but you get a Seraph. And
this location makes a lot of sense for Scholar.
Yeah.
God, more pets.
Just gives.
Where's the Black Mage pet? Why don't we get a pet as well?
Why do you need a pet?
Everyone else gets one.
It looks like Seraph gives shields, by the way. Like
which is very cool. And another shield. What? There's a lot of shield stuff.
We are the shield healer.
That is
and
true.
The fairy never used to give shield.
That's a good point.
That's a cool improvement.
Yeah.
Oh, Summoner.
Summoner.
Now this one I liked.
Only 2 Aether Flow stats.
Well, of course. They give. Okay. Well, when you thought Bahamut was cool.
Yeah.
I
like the way the job gauge doesn't really change shape, it just adds bits between Bahamut and the other one.
Yeah. You can rotate between summons. Airs, and then... So you get... I'm noticing now, you're getting these little... Are these phoenix wing... feathers? Because they appeared after Bahamut disappeared. So...
Some of the summons are now instacasts, but are they off the global cooldown?
Ooh, I don't know. Well, that summon was very fast, though. Wait, sorry. Sorry, I just want to see if... No, that one just... Yeah, that looks like an insta-summon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume they have enough... Yeah, they're off global cooldown, but they have probably a decent cooldown.
Oh, here he comes.
Louis Soir.
Louis Soir to the rescue, everyone. Well, there he is.
Man, most of these jobs so far are getting some cool stuff.
Machinist now.
This one again is cool. Even actually
Oh,
really...
the fart gas!
I think we have to
comes
say
out.
right now that the gas barrel is gone, so it's gone.
That's great.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Nothing. It doesn't affect your glamours anymore.
Get this new weird cannon too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look so
They
cool.
get a drill, and
No more ammo.
here he comes, a fucking
the
mech.
A mech with a pile driver on his arm. And you have one too. You shoot a drill.
That's insanity.
I'm
It's
so
like Construct
curious.
5.
I'm so curious as to how this affects machinist law, because so much of the 30 to 50 is based around.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, hey, you earned the rook turret. And I see
Now
no
you
rook
found a
turret here.
robot.
I see
Yeah.
no rook turret at all, unless like the rook turns into something else later, and that's what they do.
Here's the
Dancer.
hole.
So Dancer revolves around the concept of steps. So they had something called, what was the steps again? Normal
They had
step?
basic step and complex, or advanced step, or complex step.
Right.
I think it might have been advanced.
Standard and complex.
They did show us a demo of it.
Yeah,
I was still confused after it. It seems like you have to learn this
Yeah.
class a little bit.
So from what they've described, you hit the standard step or the complex step, and then you're giving, if it's complex, it's 4 sets of combos you have to do that come from random. They're random every time or something? Or
Yeah.
I think they're random, and if they are, that makes it better.
Yeah, so then you have
But
to...
it's basically color based, and you have to hit the right colors in the right order.
Yeah.
You play DDR, basically.
DDR.
and
Yeah.
You buff the partner that you have, like you can partner with someone.
Very clearly a heavy support class. From looking at the skill set that they like the hot bars on what they showed during the live demo.
Yeah.
It's very the dances are very important to this class, which is why it doesn't have a lot of skills compared to other classes, I think, because you have to the combinations make the skills. Okay, Dark Knight, Dark Arts. Dark Arts is gone. That is probably.
This is the poster boy.
This is the
and you know
poster
what?
boy.
He's looking like it. He's got some. It looks like an advanced version of Dark Passenger. You get fucking.
It looks like an advanced version of Edgeborn.
Sorry. Dunkelritter.
Dunkelritter.
Sorry, I just thought that's a good name. That's a strong name.
Oh, I forgot to point out Monch as well, the monk.
Oh yeah, Monch.
Monch.
Looks like you have a combo for your AoE now, by the way. With after Unleash, you get something new. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cecil's Dark Beam attack is in here.
That's true.
Did he do it already? I haven't. Anyways, this is what everyone's talking about. You summon Frey.
He's not a pet.
He's
my
independent.
friend. Shut up.
He does his own thing.
You get to summon Frey.
Yeah. And I love that your job gauge is now 2 heads because you're together.
And you know what? In the quest line, he says, "I'll always be with you."
Yeah.
And here he is.
There he is. Then he leaves
And
like
Very anime.
You
Very
both
anime.
get to do Blood Spiller together. The flips.
I mean, after watching this, I was just so hyped for all these new changes. It looks so good.
Dark Knight looking a hell of a lot better than Monk did during its expansion.
Yeah. So more or less all classes are getting big
Very
upgrades
good changes.
in Shadowbringers.
Most classes are, yeah.
What if you could replace Frey with Harshpont?
Oh.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Come on, wouldn't that be kind of cool?
No.
It would be cool, but like...
Surely the paladin should get that as its pet.
Yeah.
The ghost.
The ghost of
Yeah.
Harshpont. Just summon him.
No.
Why not?
Yeah, I just...
Leave him
I
be.
am-
Let him rest.
Big confused
No,
by the
get up
amount
and
of
fight.
pets there are, though. It's very unusual, but it's
I like
cool.
it because you've been lashing out at 14's pet system
Yeah,
all
they had
up
me.
until this, and now like pets to
God
for
damn it.
everyone.
Except my class.
Now you
Except
can't
your
even
class.
take joy in seeing them die.
No.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so after the job actions trailer, they started talking about job synergy.
Yeah.
So they said in order to address rigid party composition and its perception, the effectiveness of synergies between jobs will be reduced. All debuffs reducing resistance will be removed. This includes slashing,
Excellent.
blunt, and piercing debuffs will be removed. Actions values will be revised, and certain actions will be removed. And dancers are now
Are
more.
you going to include Foes Requiem and stuff? That'll be sad.
I can't remember if they
No.
mentioned that. I feel like they mentioned a song. Remember, she mistranslated it once, and then she came back to it. I can't remember what it was.
Warden's Paeon, I think.
Yeah, Warden's Paeon. Dancers are now more classified as a buffer. Again, sort of emphasizing that they're a support class. I don't mind. I want more support class. I remember when Bard was first. Well,
supposed to be one.
Was supposed to be a support class. It wasn't really. It didn't really feel like a support class at first. At least in A Realm Reborn. Maybe now, and maybe with Dancer. I don't know. We'll see. Dancer especially looks like it's gonna be like a bigger support class, more classic support class.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see in this game.
Yeah. Synergy does not entirely go away. It's just emphasized a lot more. Less. Just emphasized a little.
Less.
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 Just emphasized less now.
I think it's a good thing for the most part. Just because, like, meta matters, obviously. Just good combinations are just going to perform better. But you don't always need them. Like, if you're doing an extreme primal, you can go with whatever.
You can go with whatever.
You don't.
The only time you need it is if you're like mid-eye level progging Savage before you've geared up for it.
Yeah.
Once you've geared up, you can do it on any combo anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're doing like higher echelon tier like ultimates, Savages, sort of, then but it doesn't need to trickle down that much.
Yeah.
If you're doing something you can pug, you probably don't need a specific party composition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now for specifics. Tank roll jobs. Adjustments will be made to account for the main and off-tank rolls. They decided that all 4 jobs, including Gunbreaker, will all be viable as MT and OT.
It's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. We also learned that in Japan, they call it a main tank and sub-tank, which was interesting.
Yes.
The reason why they did this was because when parties are formed, when players gather, the chances of getting 2 main tanks or off tanks is very high, and some might even disband. So they have to address that issue. I guess if you're pugging like raids,
it's very rare.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't think I've ever seen a party disband because
they're the wrong tank. I feel like I've done it, but it's like that's rare.
I've seen it happen for like. They're the same tank?
Yeah.
Like,
I see that more often.
If you're doing like an extreme or something with pugs, that might happen. If they're like, oh, we need like an off tank for this. And then they're like, okay, bye. I don't know. And some specify on party. I mean, if you're doing stuff like that, you'd use the party finder anyways. But
yeah.
Now you don't have to do it through the party finder, I guess, because there's no danger of that happening. They will also ensure that all tanks will have 3 actions: apply defense buffs to party members, which we've seen in the preview, yourself, and enhance defenses.
Cool. So
and then at the bottom of the slide, it said all of the job effectiveness will vary depending on player skill.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Get good, basically.
That
learn
comes
your
across
jobs.
as quite
learn your
harsh.
jobs.
Apparently, in Japanese, it was just a very polite way of saying this.
Yeah.
But honestly, you've been playing this game from 1 to level 80 soon.
Hopefully, unless you bought a
Stop
skip
being
potion.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. Isn't this kind of weird that there's saying this about tanks, but they said otherwise earlier, where they wanted tanks to have a main. Like they want to have.
Yeah,
they said it prior to this live letter. Yeah.
Tanks,
I think they changed their minds.
They changed their minds
so,
last minute. Probably.
I mean, I guess that's fine. Sure. Like it was just weird after hearing them always go, "Yeah, we want the."
They said that they debated it quite. They have like it was a hard decision to make, basically.
Yeah.
This was what they landed.
I feel like the changes they've made to enmity and stances though sort of fixed the issue itself.
Yeah. Speaking of which offensive stances will be removed, which makes sense when you've learned that you now only need to toggle tank stances on or off.
Brilliant.
And the tank stance will be adjusted, so damage dealt and received / max HP increase effects will be removed. Your enmity generation will be increased. All attacks will increase enmity.
So
this
good.
applies to all your attacks as a tank, as long as you have the
just
tank
roll
thing
your face
toggled
on the keyboard. You'll always be getting
Yeah.
As long as you're hitting something, you're tanking.
Yeah. So with the change, enmity generating combos will be removed, which makes sense because you don't need them anymore. RIP Rage of Alone. They did say that Rage of Alone would be there, but it might
they'll just
have
have a new
changed.
purpose.
Yeah.
Because now you can probably go like the goring blade one, the like dot one, and then I reckon all three will have a different thing they do, and you just cycle between them.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think the sound it makes and the animation. Terrible.
Which one?
Rage of Alone. Yeah.
It's good.
I never liked it.
I am just tired of it, like because it was like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. It was always Rage of Alone as the finishing.
You didn't have a DPS combo back in 2.0.
No. Previously, players may want to avoid enmity combos because they want to focus on their DPS capability, but with this, it will change.
Hooray!
And your skill rotation, regardless of being main tank or off tank, will not change when alternating between main tank and off tank.
Hey,
so
good as well.
Yeah.
Just do damage.
And tank mastery trait will be added, which with this trait, all damage received will be reduced by 20%. So that's just a trait that you get. Yeah, this is all good. Bonuses to max HP and damage dealt based on certain attributes will be granted. They also talked about
why is it a trait? Why is it not just built into their stats?
I guess so, like you can visualize it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember that all casters and stuff have like enhanced intelligence and you have enhanced dexterity and it just builds up your character as you go forward, so you have to unlock it at a certain level.
Yeah.
So it just
They didn't say when this unlocks, but I do believe there's a screenshot of it, of the trait floating around, and it's unlockable at level 1.
Okay.
Well, if it's real, though. There's been a lot of screenshots.
Would make sense.
Yeah. It's a level 1 trait, okay, yeah.
Well, then it's from the start. That makes even less sense.
Well, at least, but then you'll have, like, an explanation for your, like, do I... You know, it just makes... it's written somewhere, Georgi. It's not like you're like, oh, there's a myth going around that tanks only get 20% damage reduction.
Yeah, it's like you're a new player, and then you look at your traits and like, okay, that I see what my role is now.
Yeah.
I can internalize that.
I am tank.
Yeah. They talked about changing Sheltron. Which
are we good on time, by the way?
We are good on time still.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're fine.
We can,
we're near the end. Well.
There's only a couple more pages. We're actually doing all right.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we can get through it.
Oh.
Sorry, I heard something that we. Okay. Where were we? Sheltron. Yes. For Warrior, Deliverance will be gone, which again they're removing offensive stances, so that makes sense. Yep. Dark Knight's getting an AoE shield.
It's the only one that didn't have one.
Mm-hmm. But the playing style does not change. A new buff will be applied when you use certain actions and when you use Fell Cleave, so that will be your most powerful asset to utilize. Dark Knight wise, the removal of Dark Arts is basically the greatest blessing update.
Goodbye.
I really hope that one day they make these removed skills just emote somehow.
Oh yeah.
Or just put them in like G pose or something.
Yeah. Give us an orchestrion roll with wow wow.
Just unlock them by completing your class quest or something.
Yeah.
Actually, I want Dark Art sound to be like a sound effect for macros, so I can type it like just instantly make people angry and remind them of the dark times.
Yeah.
I want to pole dance back for Dragoon.
Yeah, that was a big
I hated that. Every 2 seconds in Limsa. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. On to healers. Okay, it literally starts with the following line. Healers will now thoroughly rebalanced to emphasize a more pure healing role.
More pure.
Ooh, what does that mean?
More pure.
It means healing.
Means no DPS, Yurgi.
Yeah.
Before we touch... Okay, sorry. Protect is removed. Protect is gone.
Fine.
I didn't like that.
I
But luckily it's been built in as a trait in my class.
I don't know how I feel about it, but because from all... There's been this constant attack on white mages' base skills. And it's like, oh, these are all useless and pointless. Oh, these every healer needs these. And now I knew Protect was going, I just didn't know when. Shadowbringers was when they basically took Protect and gave like a lesser version of Protect to all the tanks. Like a single, well, actually they gave an AoE one to the Dark Knight, so I don't know.
Why?
Oh wait, apparently.
What apparently? What are we fucking saying?
What chat is saying is that they don't mean pure healing, as in like just DPSing, or sorry, just healing, as in the dichotomy between shields and heals is being addressed.
Shields and regen.
Shields, yeah.
Well, I don't care anyways. It's fine. Whether I have to DPS or not doesn't matter. They fucking stole Protect. This time they didn't even give it back. They just destroyed it. I'm just gonna go to Eureka.
PvP.
I'm gonna go to Eureka actually and use Protect and Stone Skin, and I'm gonna sit there and fucking cry.
Here's the thing, though. Are they going to rebalance the entire game around no longer having it?
Dr. Plato, watch your tongue. Watch your tongue. Protect was not garbage. It was actually, it was very good.
It'd be nice if they give it back to you in a similar way that it works in PvP. Somehow.
Yeah.
Or maybe your wings to like protection
to
wings.
So we're all clear, comment section. I don't care that Protect is gone. It's fine. We will live through this. Right.
Don't miss the sound.
Specifically, that will be gone.
I know. You're just gonna hear the sound of flesh.
Also the sound of. We must never forget the sound of Stone Skin.
Oh my god, it was so nice.
It was such a good sound.
That was satisfying.
Especially Stone Skin 2, when like it was in rapid succession.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Going into an alliance raid and all three doing it at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, next will be regen. What did they give Gunbreaker in the live demo? Oh yeah, they gave them regen. It even has the same.
That's true.
It even has the same duration as regen. They didn't even try.
But I mean, every tank has like, every tank has a heal.
Yeah,
but they don't have regen.
Well, but that's just like their way of getting.
Don't you dare Protect.
That's their way of
defend this
identity.
Awful. That was all we had left. They even fucking neutered Holy. What the fuck is left? We have fucking lilies.
You're gonna get Holy too.
Oh.
It's gonna stun you instead.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm sure that when you touch White Mage, you'll be like, "This is pretty okay."
Your class is moving further away from the healer and more towards a botanist at this point.
Okay, anyways, White Mage will receive an instant heal to mitigate cast times of other abilities. What abilities? We have none left. What is it? Like,
that's such a strange statement as well, because you already have instant heals.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
one.
Well, they've removed
one
it, but they've added a new one.
A sort of instant heal.
Yeah, well, there's Tetra, and there's Benny, but Benediction is like 180. Isn't it 180 now? I can't even remember my own class's cast times. I think it's 180 now. They changed the cast time for it.
It's
that's all right. They're going to remove that soon. While it has very powerful spells, it does need some time to cast. And you were kind of restricted on the mobility, but with the adjustment you have more instant heals, so your mobility will increase. And make up more time to execute other actions, like offensive moves or prepare the next cast, allowing your management to be in a much lighter state. Once you get to higher levels, aside from the White Lily, there will be a Black Lily implementation that allows you to cast powerful offensive spells. That's good.
Dark Holy.
Cast times for White Mage have been
Unholy.
Problematic sometimes. So
you need some sort of light speed. In the same way
Well, we do have Presence of Mind, which increases cast times overall.
That's pretty nice, too.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if we still have it after this.
They gave it to Red Mage.
They'll give it to like Monk. They'll give it to like some class that doesn't even make sense.
Remember logging in on Stormblood release and seeing all the grey skills with the red cross through them?
God!
I bet you're dreading Shadowbringers launch.
It's weird because you still get that as a new player. You'll put in the Jobstone, and you'll get all the skills. And
really?
Do you really?
At least I think so.
Oh. No, it's because it's remembering your old UIs.
Oh, right, it is.
Yeah. It's the ghost from A Realm Reborn Past roll.
Get out of my hotbars. I don't want to see you ever again. Hawkeye?
I don't get rid of them on my alt. Whenever I see them on memory, I got rid of them on my main, but I have a graveyard for them.
Yeah, I have that too. If I take out my job crystal, I get all my old White Mage. I'm gonna add all of my other skills in there to protect.
Don't remove protect Lukile. You'll never see it again.
You gotta make like a special heart bar setup with it, you know?
Oh my god.
Yeah, have hidden hotbars with all your dead skills.
Yeah.
Okay, we are running out of time. We have to move on. Scholar. Yeah. Scholar pen actions will be revised, while direct heals and barriers will be adjusted. The playstyle, however, will not change that much.
It doesn't look that different.
No. With the more healer spells given to you, Scholar can now work on more healing instead of just focus purely on what they did best, mitigation.
I don't want to heal, that's why I play Scholar.
Well, I mean, as a White Mage, I can breathe out a little bit. But
maybe Ifrit.
Not having pure heals makes Ifrit harder for us.
Yeah, it does. Selena Neos, like we just mentioned before, they're just skins now. Both fairies do the same, so you can just pick what you want.
Who's that? Do you have a preference, guys? What's your preference
for fairies?
Yeah,
I like how it's summon the one you want though. So there's still 2 skills.
Yeah.
Why not just add in a command to change between?
Yeah, why don't they make it a command the same way that it is for summoners, Neglammers?
Yeah.
That's strange. I mean, you'd only have to have one on the hotbar, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summon 1 and summon 2 were removed. Okay.
It's just okay.
It's just summon.
Okay.
Whatever. No one plays Scholar.
Oi.
Right. Some worried that adjustments to Scholar's direct healing will make it overpowered, but Yoshida said that wouldn't happen.
Also the Seraph.
Oh yeah, the Seraph. You're getting a Seraph.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it does stuff.
You get wings, I get a big fairy.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention my wings.
It wasn't even on there.
They didn't even say what the wings did.
I didn't even say anything.
Yeah, I'm just...
I assume it just makes you a more powerful mage.
Wings have now been added as a visual effect to White Mage.
Astrologian. Stances and cards effects will be adjusted. The draw and card usage will get independent cooldowns.
That's really convenient.
Yeah, all cards will have relation on increasing your party's DPS. Huh?
All the cards are now DPS increases.
Yeah. But the core gameplay itself will not change that much. So
fine.
If it ain't broke, don't fix
just
it.
In case, you know.
Yeah.
For DPS, the design concepts will be more traditional and mechanics will be revised accordingly. For Monk, Dragoon, Ninja, Samurai, Black Mage, and Red Mage, they're keeping their base Stormblood design, and they're only getting incremental improvements.
It's fine.
Pretty much slam dunks in terms of design for the most part.
Also, they basically said that they realized that they made Monk not fun in Stormblood. So implementing Greased Lightning 4 was greatly influenced by player feedback from Stormblood. Skill speed levels at higher item levels might make Monk harder to play, which is what they...
That's good.
Yeah. Heavy Thrust is removed. So once again, Heavy Thrust is gone.
Built into the combo, sure.
Yeah, then they showed us a quick demo of Black Mage.
Hey.
Of course, Yoshi P's job.
That people get upset that he shows favoritism to Black Mage.
Yeah.
We showed off some other classes at least.
Yeah, Dancer and Gunbreaker and Red Mage.
He showed off a skill called Umbral Soul, which instantly refreshes your Umbral Ice duration and gets you a single Umbral Ice and a single Umbral Heart stack per use. And you can spam it during downtime.
So it just gets you prepped for the next fight.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah. MP cost of Ice...
I know nothing about Monk.
Monk?
Sorry?
This is Black Mage, Rollo.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was about Monk.
No. Rollo's like, wow, they're doing Umbral Ice for Monk? I understand. That must have been confusing. MP cost of Ice spells from Astral Fire is now 0.
That's crazy, but cool.
Yeah. Xenoglossy? Is that what it was called? It's an instant for consuming polyglot stacks.
Excellent.
Mana Shift is removed, so goodbye MP batteries.
No.
Despair is a single target flare equivalent. They say it works like flare, so the MP cost is likely not exactly 10,000, but rather whatever your MP value is.
See, flare now just has the word max in MP cost.
Yeah, it does.
Which I think we should just do with this.
Yeah. Displacement gets a paired ability that does not knock your back. We talked about this.
This is Red Mage.
Oh god, sorry, we've moved on to Red Mage. We're going quick fire. Sorry.
Yeah.
So the displacement's not actually being improved. It's just they're making a version that doesn't move you.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah. Shares cooldown with the same duration. It does not knock you back.
Awkward.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Icons
more
are
skills to
sufficiently
have.
different.
Yeah.
Red Mage combo finishers after Holy/Flare gets an additional instant cast spell to be comboed after it. The one demonstrated was Scorch, used right after Holy.
That's nice.
Not versus Scorch.
That's annoying.
Oh, should be all called Ver.
Yeah.
Ver Flesh.
Yeah.
Ver's Y, whatever. Ver Displacement.
Well, it's fine for the sword skills to not have Ver in it.
Yeah.
No, all of them have to. Sorry.
Yeah.
The limit break.
Red Mage also gets
Scourge.
Red Mage also gets an expected AoE thing. Magic. Bard, Machinist, Summoner. Sorry, I already scrolled away. Bard, Machinist, Summoner are getting significant changes. Machinist is practically a new job. So
it's like we've gotten a new job every single expansion.
Introduced. They're trying to follow a design philosophy where getting more of any gauge is always a good thing to have. In contrast to Stormblood, Machinist wanted to avoid unintended overheats. Machinist's image involves using a lot more varied machinery. Chains, drills, robots, etc.
There's one for the cowboy look with this, by the way.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like a gunslinger type thing.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, get rid of the fucking Aether Pack. I hate it.
Yeah, that would be nice to get rid of that.
Bard and Summoner are also getting a partial rework. Summoner's pet summon skills are all instant. Phoenix is usable when you can't use Bahamut. A Bard is getting adjustments to make it easier to play and reduce the party synergy impact of the presence of the Bard. Songs no longer give crit plus 2%. They are now linked to dot crits, whatever that means.
Okay.
There's now a soul voice gauge, which will be used for higher level abilities.
All right.
And then they showed a dancer demo where they showed the steps. And you can link to a given dance partner. And when the dance partner does an action, there's a chance they will build the dancer gauge. The dance partner seems to be an undefined duration buff. Think Dragoon Tether, but without a timer or tether.
Yeah, it seems like you
This will be nice for dungeons, but in raids and trials, you get to pick your favorite again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once the dance is entered, you can only execute dance step actions. It has a short cooldown. The timer on the small gauge is the remaining time of the dance buff. There's on the fan thing. Not the fan thing. There's a thing above the fan thing. The rotation is proc-based, intended to be easy to execute. And Dancer has both melee and ranged attacks. The dance itself looks like a minigame where you need to press steps, 4 different, in the correct sequence. The sequence that needs to be pressed is shown in the job gauge. You don't get to manipulate the sequence like with mudras. Once the spirit gauge has accumulated to 50, you unlock access to higher utility dances. So...
Listen, the amount of buffs you get for these dances...
Yeah, you got a lot of them.
Yeah, like they did the complicated dance, and it was like, here's 4 buffs all at once.
Yeah.
And I was
assume the cooldown on that is really long.
Yeah.
It looked fairly long, I think.
Yeah.
But you know what? That
Couple minutes.
I want to see all the buffs trickle down.
Yeah. And then they that was the end of basically the
actual thing. Then they went on to announcements.
Yeah, and they announced that there will be a 14 presentation during the Square Enix Live during E3. But do keep in mind that E3 presentations are aimed at non-players, so there might not be a lot of meat for us there. But there will be a live letter after E3. So there will actually be one more live letter before Shadowbringers.
I was not expecting another live letter.
I wasn't.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait for that, but I'm sure they're going to show something off at E3. But I'm mostly gonna assume that they're gonna promote Shadowbringers just in general, because that's what E3 is for.
Have some fucking Dark Knight statue hanging around.
Yeah.
They should show us hopefully they'll show us the trust system, because I still don't really know how it works.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Or it might come out in the media press stuff too.
That's also possible.
Yeah. A lot of stuff is shit is ramping up now. The benchmark was also released shortly after this thing.
2 gigabyte downloads.
That's right. They'll have the Titania fight out at A3.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll look forward to that. Also, download the benchmark if you haven't already. We don't have time to go through it here, so maybe we'll do it tomorrow for minimum Y level or something.
Why not?
Okay.
Okay. They also showed a left-handed gaming device from Hori. It was kind of weird.
I want it so badly.
It looks really good.
Sure.
I don't use one.
Not something I would use, I think, but it's cool.
Looks cool
for what it is.
Really nice.
It's designed. Well, it's not designed by Yoshi P, but he did.
Oh, but he went a lot
of work for it.
30 minutes showing little styrofoam.
All the prototypes. Yeah.
That was cool though.
Yeah.
I don't like how the prototypes look. They look like skin or meat.
He's getting someone for it.
Okay. It did though. It's true. It did look like he just made one out of skin. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all she wrote. Literally, that's all she wrote on the show notes. So I have nothing left to read other than Mogmail, which we don't have time for. Thank you guys for watching. Although, do send us Mogmail, speakersxiv.com/Mogmail.
I don't know when we'll get to it.
Thank you guys.
Probably not next week.
Probably not next week either. We'll figure that out. There might be a post show next week, so maybe then we'll see. We usually don't read Mogmail on post shows, but might have to make an exception.
Might have to upload it on YouTube at the time, I guess.
Yeah. Right. With that, we've reached the end. Thank you guys for watching this extra large episode of Speakers of Eidolon, episode 144. Remember to follow us on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfEidolon, YouTube.com/SpeakersXIV, Discord if you're watching live and want to join our Discord server. If you're watching on demand, link should be in the description, or if you're listening on wherever you listen to podcasts, there should be a link to the Discord there as well. See you tomorrow. We'll be doing minimum eye level at 8 p.m. BST. No, 7 p.m. BST. 11 a.m. PT. We'll probably wipe to Ifrit once again on minimum eye level.
So close last week.
Yeah.
This time.
Pure depression. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.